Guess what, everybody? It's another U.S. men's national team game day. This time we're taking on Japan. And welcome into the show. I'm Jimmy Conrad alongside Charlie Davies and Tony Meola. And we're going to get after it. We got a ton of hope and enthusiasm. It's another game day. Okay? Everything that's in the past is in the past. We are just looking forward. How are we feeling about the starting 11? That's where I want to start. I'm going to name it, and then I want to hear from you, Charlie Davies, because there's a lot of people in the comments going, I wonder what Chuck's going to say. Mauricio Pochettino must listen to the podcast. He likes to trigger Chuck. Okay, so here's what we got. Matt Freese in goal. Tim Ream, Chris Richards, Tristan Blackman getting another start. Tim Ream is the captain, 23rd time he's been the captain for the U.S. Ties him with Thomas Dooley for the 9th all-time. We're playing in a back three. Absolutely love it. We got Max Arfson as one of our wingbacks on one side. We got Alex Freeman on the right side at double sixes. We got Christian Roldan and Tyler Adams, our double tens. Christian Pulisic and Alex Zendejas. And then Flo Balogun up top. Chuck, what do you say on this?
Here we go. Jimmy, this is what I would honestly say. I'm finally seeing something different. But this is the first time we're seeing it in this manner, right? So it's almost like it took you loss after loss after loss after loss after loss after loss to finally say, hey, you know what? These people might be onto something. Of the players that are in the starting lineup, I think Freeman, this is a great look for Freeman. I think Pochettino got a good chance to see what Des could do, especially in the first half. There were some good moments where he ran off the ball, still maybe defending. Again, he's still getting up to speed. Defensive liability at times, but I think he's a player that's going to play. He's locked in, but this is a good opportunity for Freeman. Pulisic, Zendejas, and Balogun. Again, Zendejas came off the bench. He earned this opportunity. So I'm okay with it too. Roldan here in this position. Again, he wants to give I think Blackman, Roldan, and Freeman a proper, and Zendejas. These are the guys who are getting a proper chance to go out there and perform and see if they can do it at this level. This is a lineup that you're saying, again, it's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, they didn't train much in this type of formation with the team. You'd say, okay, who's playing the back three before within the squad? I think guys will be able to pick up their responsibilities in the attacking phase of play. But again, in transition, we're going to see maybe some learning curves, some bumps.
Okay, so before we get to big tones, I want to give a shout out to MR Holland, who says, where are you at, trash can? Pop me up to the big screen. Let's take the lineup off really quick, Des, because back in the day, Kansas City actually made me a trash can. So respect. Yeah, legit game face, suck it haters. Jimmy Conrad on a trash can. So I really was a trash can, even though my nickname came from my time outside Old Trafford. That's a throwback to everybody that used to be with us back in the day. Big Tones, let's get back to the lineup. Throw it back up, Des. We got to see the lineup because, Tones, we finally got it. We got ourselves a back three / fluid back four / back five if we need it.
Balogun in the starting 11.
Balogun in 11. We got some things, but back
Jimmy,
three first, Tones. We've been crying out for this, and we finally get it.
Jimmy, you had me at back three before, man. You had me. That was it. I was locked into this thing. I'm happy with the back three. Look, I think it was better when they went to a back three. Mauricio Pochettino talked about it after the match in his presser, and he said that it's something that they want to work on. My understanding is they didn't train yesterday, so they probably don't have a lot of time on this. Dest. They don't want to, as it was told to me, they don't want to kill him with the minutes because he is coming back. So Freeman's got a big opportunity, as Chuck said. They were really impressed with Roldan. They want to give him an opportunity. And they were impressed with Zendejas. I think the rest of them, they know. And if you go to back three, I would think if there were a back four, we probably wouldn't have seen Blackman in this game, only because Richards and Ream probably had to get a game together. But yeah, Blackman's going to get another opportunity here.
Tony, walk me through the decision to go with Freese again. I know we know he's your number one, right? But wouldn't you think, okay, we brought in Klinsmann and Celentano. I think Roman Celentano was a long shot. I don't think he's not even close to being in consideration for the top 2-3. But Klinsmann is a little bit of an outlier. He's been performing, playing well at Serie B. Is this? Do you agree with this? Do you think this is a little bit off?
The one thing that sticks out to me, if it had this been Matt Turner and playing again like we saw in Nations League playing against Canada in that second game, I probably would have said the same thing. Hey, we got to see another goalkeeper. This is Matt Freese, a guy that it seems like they're starting to get settled in, and he's your number one. And I think tonight is, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, but tonight is his 8th cap, right? So if you think he's your number one guy, maybe you think he also needs as much international experience as he could potentially get, right? Where if he's had 50 games, then maybe it's a different conversation. Yeah, I got to see. But really, those other guys, you're looking for a third goalkeeper, right? In the end. So is tonight at the expense of Matt Freese the time that you get? It looks like to me with this lineup, short of Dest, who it sounds like they wanted to give a little bit of a break to, it looks like to me I'd have to go through all the subs too because I didn't do that. Way would be the other guy. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as like starters. I mean, looks to me this is about as strong a squad as you can put out, right?
So one thing I'll add to having Matt Freese continue to start is if you are going to switch a formation, then you want him to be a part of that to see what that looks like, see what that feels like, and see how everybody feels in his relationship with that back three throughout the process. Okay, let's get into Japan really quick. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about our team. Japan has made 11 changes to their starting 11 from their game against Mexico. It was a 0-0 draw. 11 changes. Okay, Asako in goal. He plays in the J League. Nagatomo, number 5, plays in the J League. Mochizuki, number 26, plays in the J League. You got a couple Bundesliga players, Fujita and Sano, and I believe Suzuki.
Don't sleep on Dyson Maeda.
You can't. No, you can't. I mean, yeah, he's obviously going to be involved. Suzuki plays for Freiburg. You have Fujita plays for St. Pauli. Sano plays for Mainz. Ito plays for Genk in the Belgian league. Ogawa up top, he plays in the Eredivisie for NEC. So that is interesting. So you got a team now that they could argue they're in their experimental phase. They're trying to figure out who can help them. But when you look at the names on the bench, Endo, Mitoma, Minamino, Kubotaki, Daichi Kamada. I mean, they got a ton of guys. So that'll be interesting to see how they utilize these players. But it seems like
this is the thing. I was going to say for Tony and Jimmy, when, let's say you're South Korea or Japan, they know their core. They know their identity. They know their responsibilities. The coach and the players understand what is expected of them and vice versa. There's no questions. This is where you say, hey, we need to push some guys. Everyone's playing for a World Cup spot here outside of the core guys that you see on the bench. So this is opportunity, knowing how they play, the style of play, the identity, to make an impact. So there's a big difference versus experimental versus opportunity. You already know how we play and our style. You're familiar with one another. So let's not get it twisted in saying, hey, they're throwing everybody on the pitch. It's going to be mismatched. It's going to be kind of all over the place. No, they're going to be supremely organized. They're going to understand how one another play and tendencies. So it's going to be a real challenge still.
I agree with you. And Tones, I want to get your thoughts on kind of the mindset of Japan as well in terms of how they approach this. But when you're throwing players that are fighting for a chance to get on the team, there's a different type of hunger than the guys that have already made it, we could argue. So I'm kind of curious to see how that Japan attacks this and how, I guess I wonder when they knew they were going to start this game. Was it already pre-planned? Every player knew kind of their role coming into this, or did they just find out yesterday? I mean, that does, I think, make a little bit of a difference too.
I don't know what the answer to that. I don't think we'll ever know that answer, but I don't think they're going to change their mode of play. I did watch some Y Scout stuff on them. They're going to press all over the place, especially in the middle of the field. They play man-to-man in the midfield, right? So they chase guys all around. They put you under pressure all the time. I do want to dispel just one, because I already saw it once, and I hear it every week on Serie A with regards to the goalkeeper, Zion Suzuki. He was born in Newark, New Jersey. He was, and everyone says, oh, the guy that should be, or we missed on the national team, never thought about coming to the U.S. team. This guy's been in the Japanese youth system since he was an under 15 national team goalkeeper. He was born there. I think his mom was Japanese. His dad, I can't remember. I'm sorry. It slips my mind. But anyway, he never was an option for the U.S., never thought about playing for the U.S. I just want to put that to rest, because I don't want to hear it all night, because I hear it every weekend. But with regards to this lineup, I don't think, Jimmy, they're going to change their style of play. I think they're going to pressure us everywhere. We're going to have to be able to deal with it, and see if we can get behind them a little bit. Technical players, quick, good on the ball, good in tight spaces. And we've all three of us said prior to this is the challenge, even with the 11 changes to this group. Like, this game was going to be the challenge. So let's see how they respond.
All right, so the boys have lined up. Kickoff is almost upon us. Let's get to some predictions. What's the chat saying? What are Big Tones and Chuck Wagon saying? Chuck, coming to you first.
I gave the first last time.
What'd you say?
I want to see you go first. I remember I said 2-2 for South Korea.
Oh, okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Put me on the spot. All right. Well, taking this changed lineup into consideration for Japan, while also taking into consideration that I'm loving the back three for the U.S. Absolutely loving it. I'm going to say 2-1 U.S.
You stole it. I can't do that now, can I?
You can. Let's piggyback. I'll carry you.
I mean, it's no fun if I was going to go 2-1, but I'll go 2-2. I'll go a little bit more open game. Yeah, I was going to go 2-1, but that's yours.
Okay, we got Blue Lion Chelsea saying 3-1 US. I like that. Travel gamer saying 5-0.
Yeah, optimism. Guys, let's be real. The US is not going to be just throwing numbers forward. They're going to be thinking in the back of their mind, we can't get opened up. We're going to sit back a little bit more. I think we're going to see a 1-1. That's where I'm going. 1-1.
1-1. He went from 2-2 against South Korea to 1-1. How's the fence you're straddling? You must have some hemorrhoids or blisters there, huh? Straddling that fence.
You think that's straddling the fence?
You need some preparation H. What?
Or do you want to keep going unrealistic? Oh, US all the way, guys. US 5-0. Jimmy, every time.
Oh man,
Jimmy, I never without fail, Tony. US 6-0.
I never took Chuck to be a cynic, but here we are. We've reached the cynicism era of Charlie Davies. He's a full-on cynic
like a glove, you know?
Like a glove. All right. So there was a conversation I was having on the Twitter about wanting a back three, and you'd have to sacrifice a central midfielder to play a back three. And for me, let's just have a bigger conversation about it. If this starts to, even with Arfson on one side and Freeman on the other, if it demonstrates that our spacing's better, we're closing the ball down, we're just a little bit more organized on both sides of the ball, then imagine that with Jedi on one side and Dest on the other. And if we could play to the strengths of those guys going forward, I think it's worth sacrificing a central midfielder. So I'm kind of curious.
This is my thing for you.
Okay.
Given that you have to play with two central midfielders who are essentially box to box. Not only that, they have to be responsible for covering, either it's in the wide areas, or if a Blackman or a Ream, for instance, go out because the outside, whether it's the right wing back or left wing back, get exposed, then that either Adams or Roldan in this case would have to get back into that line to cover. So you're asking a lot. When you play in this formation, you're asking a lot from these two central midfielders. Given that, who is the best players, given their skill set, to fit that responsibility? Box to box, all over the place.
Well, I would say so. Listen, I play this formation with the youth teams that I coach. We play a 3-4-2-1, and so we have our back three. We have double sixes and double tens. So you can let one of them go at times, but the other one's just got to sit in front of that back three, and then you just have a fluid wing back or based on where the position of the ball is. If it's up high on the right side or on their left side, your right wing back would go press potentially. If that's how you want to. You could have one of your 10s be the one that addresses that. It's up to you to decide who you want to with the cue or the trigger is. But let's say it's a wing back then, Chuck. So the wing back goes up, the other one just slides in. You got a fluid back four. So that's what I like about this particular formation. He's got a little.
But it's not why you play this though. You play this to have two attacking wing backs, and
Agreed.
you don't lose the balance if they both go and they're both marked, right? Because now you're just dragging two players.
Sixes, but having 2 6s makes sense. So
but if you remember,
but think about how much ground you have to cover second balls and and transition.
Yeah.
I think where the U.S. got better is when Christian Roldan was the only one sitting in that pocket, and Tyler went and found a little bit of the game in the end, and there was more space to build out of. We're better in that scenario than we are trying to play in really, really tight spaces. So we kept talking about, if you remember, the spacing. The spacing was in the middle of the field, right? Obviously, you're crowding the outside of the field now because you're putting two wing backs up. So I thought Christian Roldan was the key the other night with regards to finding the right space and was able to connect a couple passes. So let's see if that's how they build out. I just think when you have three in the back and then you also sit with trying to build with two central midfielders, you crowd it. You got to be really good with the ball. You got to be really good with the ball.
I want to add that I really like that you brought that up. When I watched Tyler Adams play for Bournemouth, man, they let him just go and go hunt the ball. If he feels like, in almost some ways, I like him better that way. If he feels like he's got to be handcuffed or restrained and have to sit in the hole in the 6 to protect passing lanes.
Yeah.
Not to say he can't do that, but I just don't know if that's
his instinct is to hunt the ball, right?
So if
you don't let him go find it,
or Roldan or whoever else is sitting at home and let Adams hunt, then I think we're in a better position.
So in this scenario, though, if we stuck to this formation going forward, Weah is the odd man out, right? Because Weah is not a central player. So you're forcing Weah to play right wing back or left wing back,
which he does,
which he can. But that's what you're taking away Weah and his ability to get in behind centrally as a winger, attacking player, or you're going with Dest. It's one of the two. That's who you're going with.
I mean, you
can make this a 3-5. You can make this a 3-5-2 and have Weah play next to Balogun in Rome, either side of the field. They chose to go 3-4-2-1 because I think mainly because of Zendejas, right? We know Christian can play in either wing because he does that, but we'll see how they go at it.
Kickoff has happened, everybody. Kickoff has happened.
Let's
Here we go,
baby.
Sorry, Tones. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, see, already Roldan, the only one in the center part of the field. So they're building out with 4 to start.
Look at us with 5 straight passes, but then we lost it. But still, good ideas. Setting the tone. All right.
Yeah, look, you're going to get immediate pressure from these guys. They're never going to take their foot off the pedal.
Well, that's okay. I don't actually mind. I wanted to see. I wish they would a little bit so we could see how we're trying to build up in a back 3 with the 2 holding midfielders.
Yeah, I mean, remember,
but it might not even ever happen.
They didn't train, so this is, and they probably went through it a little bit in terms of, okay, here's a tactics board. This is what we expect from you. But look at right now, Roldan and Adams are in the same
line now. Yeah,
that's normal.
No. You gotta have angles
every week.
You gotta have angles. You play with what? 15-year-olds?
No, those two in line there is not bad, Chuck.
Not in that particular moment. Look at
this
Tyler
is
Adams
good here.
Dropping dimes, baby. Run at him, Alex. Run at him. Make him commit.
Oh,
ooh, good
All
start.
right.
I'm already in.
Gotta win this one back now.
Hook, line, and sinker. Back 3, baby. Keep it going.
You seen enough?
We were right. We're a minute and a half in. We were right, Tones.
You've seen enough.
10-0.
We're gonna win 10-0. I can't wait till we win 6-0 to stick it to Cynic Chuck over here.
I cannot wait. You better
pass checking Chuck wagon.
You better hope. You better.
Zendejas is just comfortable on the ball, man.
He
doesn't look. He's just comfortable. That's his game, though. That's where he has to be good.
Yeah, if we can play out of this pressure, it's gonna be a long night.
Oh boy.
Hey, Tim's just trying to make it exciting.
Okay, look at this. Look at Freeman getting forward.
I mean, that's one of the benefits of the wingbacks is they actually can create some proper width because they're hanging out by the sideline anyway, as opposed to at times when you have wingers. You have to say they can't do that, but I feel like the starting positions, you can hit a longer ball, they can run from deep. It's a little bit harder to defend than if you're already kind of up against the back line. Anyway, I'm just really trying. I'm heavily biased towards this wing back and back three.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Let's give a shout out to everybody. PKG is how great to see you, Derek.
All right, a little high pressure
Benjamin,
here.
Pat, McGee, Thomas. How are you?
It'll win it.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh.
Hey, where was Tim Ream there?
Yeah, where is Tim Ream? And is that Arfston?
Why was Arfston covering Ream on a long ball like that?
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. I've got questions. All right.
Was there a guy checking into the midfield?
Back three's out.
No, but you think about it, Jimmy. No, maybe that's how they want to play because you still have two center backs, right?
Yeah.
You're just wondering on that play. I didn't see it. I only half the screen. I didn't see if he checked into the midfield.
All right. Corner kick for.
Someone get Tony a replay quick.
We need a replay stat.
If you notice, South Korea were pretty sharp on their set pieces. They were able to always find an open man, whether it was the back post on the ground. They were pretty good at mixing it up.
If we can play out of this pressure, oh man, if we can't, that is the pass. If once you win the ball and you can connect that next pass, and that next pass has an option to play out of it, that's when you're cooking, because then you're going to break that transitional pressure that they're trying to apply, and then you can really get after teams. But if we can't do that consistently, shit. If you can't do that anywhere in the world, club or national team, then you're not having the type of success that you want to have for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good five across the back there. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, but any time the ball turns over, it's those first two or three passes that are critical, right? You got to be able to. Whoa! Look at this one.
All right, Tristan.
Deal with that, Blackman.
Look at the foul.
Yeah,
one way to get out of it.
Zendejas, right? No, Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman.
Man, how about putting Blackman under a little bit of pressure early?
Right.
Yeah, Daisen Maida.
I still haven't been to the new Cruise Stadium. You guys have been? Pretty good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I gotta.
And it was loud for the finals a couple years ago, man. Real loud.
All right, so Christian getting.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. Here we go. We got a little bit of.
Go on, Friedman.
Mm.
Gotta connect that pass. Details.
That's what it looks like when you don't train the day before.
I'm telling you, Zendejas, I'm happy I picked him to come into this camp initially. I think he's doing really, really well. That's a great read by Friedman. Now just run at him.
Yeah. Just take it one side or the other and have a go, right?
Yeah. Well, he gave him his left foot. If he chopped inside, he had a shot, or he could have laid it off.
It's not a bad decision. He just needs to be better with the ball, right?
Come on, Chris, get across. Was he off? No. Yeah, good read there.
There's
Tyler.
That's Tyler learning from that 2022 World Cup game against the Netherlands. That
covering that
ball.
space. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, foul, ref. We'll take it again.
Good connections. Good. Roldan, Tyler.
Yeah, good rotations there to get back.
How we feeling about everything 6 minutes in?
I'm already feeling it feels more hopeful than I had after 6 minutes of South Korea. I'll say that.
There you go. It would be nice to stretch the back line. Good.
It would be nice to see. I don't think Balogun's actually touched the ball yet. He actually touched it in that first sequence barely.
But Chuck, that run's important, right? Because eventually something's going to open up underneath if you keep stretching them, right?
Yes.
If you just keep checking back, you condense the midfield so much.
Great job.
Makes it hard, right?
You got to keep the center back guessing, and the more times you stretch.
How high is Tim Ream, by the way?
Oh,
get in.
Son.
Oh, hit it.
Chris.
Oh,
yeah, okay. All right.
Okay. First shot on goal.
Get Roldan organizing. I'm a fan of Roldan. I don't care what anybody says. I just like the way he plays, man.
Proper pro.
Everyone,
but look how high Tim Ream is. That's a little crazy.
I see in the chat, Tony. They're not too happy with that.
Yeah. Good. The next thing they're going to say, I'm a shill for MLS, right? Is that what it is?
Oh, you are 100%.
Yeah. So all the jobs I've gotten in MLS.
Yeah.
Makes me the shill.
You're a shill.
About the last person.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the Ream, it's almost like they're playing man for man, because Ream just follows number 14. Is it Ito into midfield, and then Arfson just sticks with his guy. So there could be. It seems like it's happened a few times. So clearly there's a thought process and a pattern behind it, which means Arfson then has to drop into the back three, which is, for me, again, part of the flexibility and adaptability to this particular formation, which I'm a fan of, in case you didn't know. All right. I like the vibes of what I'm seeing so far. Obviously, that can change quickly when we give up a goal, if we give up a goal. So I feel like we were trying to stay, pretty good, and then Sun scored. And then all the air got taken out of our our hope and energy.
What is 20?
Oh,
cheeky back heel there.
Yeah. Oh, great ball.
Oh, what a save by Freed.
Oh,
what a save. That's a tough one, man. That is tough.
He's offside.
Offside,
wow, what a save.
What
That's a tough play for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's got to stay true to his position.
Yeah, you got to wait for the runs to cross your face, man. You can't move until those guys. And how far out was this guy?
Hey, what a ball by Ito, by the way. He would have been off.
He was off anyway. Yeah, but you
still,
got to wait for that ball to clear, right?
Yeah, that's good goalkeeping.
Good. It's good reaction.
Yeah, that's what you want from your number one. Right, Big Town?
Still don't want the guy open at the back post no matter what, right?
That's
like
true.
Back post defending, you still want a guy clearing the ball, not marking space at that point.
Okay, Freeman's just drawing all kinds of fouls on the right side. Or is that Tyler? Sorry, I thought it was.
That one's Tyler.
Yeah, I thought it was Freeman.
Yeah, they look alike.
Like, no, Tyler's out wide. I just assumed that's where Freeman kept picking up the ball. Thanks, Chuck.
You just bit on that one, Jimmy.
I had to address it because Chuck's trying to throw me under the bus.
Charlie, you're a jackass. Just put that in the feed.
Charlie gets a red dot for that.
Yeah.
Freeman keeps getting kicked down, man. It's crazy. What a foul there.
Freeman's all over. He's on the right. He's in the middle. He's everywhere.
Here we go. Oh, my Arfson, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's better that went out of bounds. I've still got questions about the Ream Arfson position.
So, look, both center backs, Blackman. Now the guy checked in, so Blackman doesn't.
Ream's been getting picked off. I like the idea that he's trying to go forward, but I mean, at one point, you can't telegraph it that much,
Yeah.
Japan's going long. They like that mismatch right there on Arfson. Mochizuki.
So they've been very right-sided, right? This team. Where's that Mochizuki play? Is he playing Japan?
All right, that was a little too easy.
Hey, we got Jennifer Calhoun in the chat. What's up, Jen?
JC's in the chat.
Oh man, how lucky are we?
She's a legend. Thanks for watching along, Jen.
The legend.
From one JC to another.
I love how she calls you Charles.
Yeah, Charles Davis.
That's when you're about to. Yeah, it's when you're about to get in trouble, right? Charles
Davis.
Charles Davis. All right, here we go. Balogun's making the run.
He's trying to stretch it good, but he stretched the defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get something out of this. Let's bring an attack to completion. If you play that ball inside, he's got to have an immediate option.
Mm-hmm. Foul.
That's my only concern with that entry pass. I don't mind the idea of it, but you need like that. Who's that secondary movement that can give an immediate option? That's when you can hurt a team. If you're just playing it into play and he's got somebody right up his back, it's just hard for that player to do anything. In fairness to Zendejas.
Well, when these players, you get forward and all of a sudden they're in the box, their back is to goal, and they're surrounded always by three players, and the ball comes to their feet eventually. What are they expected to do? unless you're Neymar, Messi, Mbappe,
or Charles Davis.
Or Charles Davis, you're not getting through.
Okay. Appreciate the no nonsense. Hit it long.
That's Jimmy's game.
That's my game. I'm a second ball master. Let's win the second ball, boys.
Oh,
that little split pass hurts. Get it out of bounds. We look a little steadier, a little sturdier, and it looked like we have some pretty good ideas going forward at the moment.
The spacing just feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As in different.
It just
in an unpredictable way.
Yeah, more unpredictable way. The movement seems a little bit more.
Like we've already created a couple passing
stuff,
patterns,
man.
Oh, he's got the ball moving.
Zendejas maybe made that too complicated, right?
Yeah, Arson was in a decent position across the field.
So I think it was Friedman that made the run too, right?
True. Yeah, he had a couple options. Pulling back.
Right, though. At least there's some movement. It's not stagnant.
Yeah, well, we started the game with like a 5-6 pass sequence, and we saw another one there where there's clearly some patterns of play emerging on the sidelines. It's nice. Now we just have to more so. I feel like than we've saw at any point against South Korea, which is nice.
See how Junior Ito's in between the lines. We saw against South Korea in the first half. There are many times where their central midfielders were able to get on the ball and there was no pressure. That's how the first goal came off. Right. No pressure on the ball. And then the second goal, there was no pressure at the top of the box when he was able to turn and find Son. And then Son played the 1-2 to eventually get the assist on that goal. But if you're not pressuring guys when they can pick up their head and find players in between the seams or in the half space, you can't.
What do you think? There are two center backs marking one guy, and then Arfton in the last line. I feel like center back should be able to mark 1v1 in that area of the field, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're dealing with Holland,
okay. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But yeah, in this scenario, you should feel comfortable defending man to man.
Yeah, we got a comment here from John who says, "Wow, Adams is really moving." We said before the game that we think with the addition of Roldan, maybe sitting a little bit more, that allows Tyler to go out and hunt, which we think is a super strength of his. So, yeah, it's that's what you want to do. You want to play the strengths of your team.
Hey, this Mochizuki in that right wing back spot.
Yeah, he's causing problems right now.
Yeah, he's legit.
That's better from Freeman on the right hand side there.
He threw off Arson like a baby.
Pressure, good. Yeah, he's a big dude. That guy on the right.
I feel like Zendejas ran us into a little bit more pressure there.
Plays in Japan. He's 23 years old.
Oh, what a cut. All right.
3 center backs for 1 again.
Yeah, we can't have that.
It's okay. Yeah, if you're not, if they're not bringing anyone, but you can't retreat anymore, right?
Right.
So Roldan's the deepest center. Look, he's going out wide now.
All right, we're 16
I
minutes
like
in.
it.
How many touches do you think Balogun has? Just a quick quiz.
I don't remember any.
2.
It says 5. I don't know how he has 5. I would say 2 or 3, but
yeah, I've seen 2, but I can't remember the other 5 or the other 3. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of managing when they go long.
Yeah,
and
right
winning
now,
more.
Roldan Tyler connection is pretty good, man.
I thought in the South Korea game, Korea was very good at winning second balls and then doing something with those.
I have to say, every time we had a midfield, you guys know, whenever we had a U.S. top midfield pairing, they always had a good understanding of when to go, when to drop, or who's going, who's staying. From Mastroeni to John O'Brien to Michael Bradley and Jermaine Jones and Kyle Beckerman and Ricardo Clark. There was always like a good stable midfield that we've had, and I feel like Roldan and Adams right now, they have a good understanding of it. The communications is spot on.
There was a little bit of a break there though, Tones. So you see that while Chuck was talking about like we hit a long ball, then we lost the header, and then all of a sudden Tyler turned around.
I think Tyler was looking where Reem was.
Center backs were. Yeah.
Yeah, they were a little bit deeper.
There comes Reem.
Oh, yes, we got a touch. Can we get a shot off? Can we get a shot?
Zendejas went with the power header.
How about Pulisic's ball back to Balogun, huh?
Yeah, real nice.
Balogun is just nice. Like the game against South Korea. He got 3 chances. This guy had 2 quality shots there, no?
Right Good layoff there. Oh, he couldn't get out of his feet.
But that
the second one was more of a swing. But his movement's good. Obviously, Christian's hold up play there was excellent.
We're just working on XG right now. We're
XG. But being advantageous. Winning the ball in a good area stuff, and going forward. It's good. It's good. Tom says hello to legendary Arsenal hater and renowned pundit Ivis Gowersev. What's up, Tom? Got plenty of time for Ivis slander in the chat.
Ivis is going to clap back, though. I'll tell you right now.
He does. He does. He's from Jersey.
Yeah,
I expect to clap back.
He will clap back.
Ooh, can we play out of that? Yes, we can. Now we got to drive. Got the 2v1 out wide. Got to drive. Oh, Freeman. If you just stand, then we lose the momentum. Oh, okay. It's okay. Maybe it's time for a little possession in their half, which we'll take.
Hey, Salvador Gonzalez. He's saying Balogun seems quiet. He's still more involved in the game than Sargent was, and that's not even a question for me. So
this was Sargent. Chuck would blow a gasket.
I'm not blowing a gasket because at least I'm seeing something.
Salvador is flaming you in the chat. Oh, I love it.
He's trying to.
I think he got you there.
He got you. So I feel like we've had a pretty good possession here. We're probably in the 12 to 15 connected passes. That leads to a hopeful long ball. Can we win the second one? That's what we're kind of not really.
Again, it's like
that gap right there.
You got to threaten.
We just got to step to the ball carrier, man. We can't just let the guy pick up his head and. Okay, especially when we have an extra man in the back line. In theory, with the back 3, and we're playing against 1. Dude, that guy is dunking on. Who is that guy again?
I don't know, man.
He's 23 years old. Mochizuki.
Wow.
He plays in Japan.
Yeah.
Henry Mochizuki.
What team do you play for, Chuck?
He plays in Japan.
What's his team?
He plays
Machida Zelvia.
Machida Zelvia.
You got it. Nailed it. There we go.
Hey, Salvador, I'll let your boy.
Here we go. More Balogun touches. Go on, Zendejas. Ooh.
First touch was tough. That touch was tough too.
That was a Charles Davis touch.
Good step by Freeman again, though, to keep him in.
Yes, good pressure.
Now keep it here.
Pressure got it back.
We need some commitment in the box. We just need to make a dangerous run. Somebody somewhere by the penalty spot, maybe. Or we could lose it. No.
That's not Roldan's game.
Yeah, he's just got to keep it moving, play it simple. Oh, they played out of our pressure. Now what? We have numbers.
Yes. Good job, ref.
Ooh.
I don't see Salvador talking no more. Mr. Gonzalez, he disappeared.
More touches though for Flo Balogun.
Yes.
Which is nice.
And get in the channel.
Okay, we're halfway through the first half, 0-0 between the U.S. and Japan in Columbus, Ohio. For people that, ooh, all right. I got time for the 2-footed tackles. Zendejas, a little spicy. Why wait until we're down a goal to get spicy? Just set the tone right away.
Hasn't he gotten the yellow card the last 2 games he's played, right? He had a little bite in him.
He does have a little bite.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
He said,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, that's a
ooh.
little bite. Oh, he did get another one.
By the way, that's exactly what Pochettino wants to see from his players. So that's a positive for Poch to
Just
see
fall
that.
in the rule book.
But you don't mind that, right? I mean,
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah. You don't want to see the guy get hurt, but you don't mind the guy going in for those tackles and laying a stud in every now and then.
Hey, we got JGC573 said, "Boys, I'm a newbie. Are we seeing a little more green dots today?"
Well, you can't be a full-on newbie because you know about green dots and red dots. But yes, I feel like we're seeing more green dots.
Yeah, you're not a full-blown newbie, but you're a newbie.
Maybe you're a long-time listener, first-time watcher of a watch-along.
And I appreciate you. Yeah, we've seen some green dots.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely seen some green dots. Some good sequences of play.
I've seen enough already halfway through to know that I want to see a little bit more 3 in the back with wing backs. And that my brain immediately goes to Dest and Anthony
Jedi.
Robinson. Yeah,
Oh.
like my brain goes that way. Not that these guys, not Freeman or Arston, are doing poorly in this, right? They're still stretching the game, but that's where my head immediately goes.
Yeah, then the next question becomes, okay, then who are Dest and Jedi would be your ideal wing backs. And then you have then the question is who are the center backs? Who's next to Adams? And then who are the 210? Well, Pulisic. Who's next to Pulisic? And then who's your 9? But Balogun should be the 9. So really you're talking about the player next to Pulisic, the player next to Adams, and the players on either shoulder of Chris Richards. So that's what, 4 spots up for grabs?
So do you think Roldan
4 spots up for grabs
is essentially the new Beckerman for this team? Not that he's going to be a starter like Beckerman, but in terms of an MLS guy,
I wouldn't be surprised if he made the team.
And
I would not be surprised if Roldan made it, but I would be surprised if he started games.
Do you think Berhalter and Roldan can both make it, or one of them?
No, I just think one. And I bet you Roldan gets it.
I think Roldan is a better I think he's just a better player than Sebastian is at this point. Remember, he's 30 years old and he's got a little bit more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was part of that 2022 World Cup team too. So
right. This is new for him, right? The middle of the field. I mean, he was a winger on that team.
Yeah.
He wasn't a central player.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when you take Roldan into consideration and his potential role within the team moving forward, you just want to have players out there that you can trust. You could put him in different areas, but you trust that he's going to be able to do the job. Now, he might not be able to do it at the level of some of our other players, but he's still going to go out there and give you a nice, honest shift. And I feel like you need those types of players littered amongst your team.
Now I'm going to
go Johnny. You still got Tessman.
What about Weston?
Johnny?
Weston, Tessman, and Cardoso.
Yeah, it's a crowded area.
All 3 of those guys will make it. But now, who starts?
Wait, whoa! You think all 3 will make it, given the call-ups so far? That Weston, Cardoso, and Tessman will all make this World Cup's final squad? I don't think so. I think
who were the 3? Weston, Cardoso, and who?
You think only 2 of those 3 will make it?
And Tessman.
I'd throw Musa in there then.
Yeah, Musa's also another player that can be.
Yeah, Musa, McKinney. So Musa, with proper wing backs, I think Musa becomes.
And then you have Tillman, who's going to be one of the
good at running up and down.
Yeah,
he can cover so much ground. Musa could always be a stopgap for you at the wing back position if you needed it. So could Weah, obviously. So.
And so can Tyler. And then you're throwing in a lot of players who can play multiple.
Yeah, you just want to have options. You say that you think Tessman, Cardoso, Weston, only 2 or 3 are going to make that?
So Adams, right? Roldan. If you're saying Roldan Berhalter, it's Roldan. Okay. So now you're going Tessman, Cardoso, McKennie, and Musa. You think all four will be within the World Cup?
So Weston can also play. If you're playing a box in midfield, like we're playing tonight, 2 6s and 2 10s, Weston becomes pretty valuable because he can play one of the 6s or the 10s. Musa can play as one of the 6s and as a wing back, right? I mean, if you needed him in a pinch, you could probably play as a 10 as well. But I just
Tessman can only play the 6.
Tessman's pretty much a 6, and Cardoso probably can play 6 or 10.
6 or 8. I don't think he can play 10.
Okay, yeah, all right. I think Tessman could probably play an 8 as well, but Cardoso, I think, has got a little more experience and getting forward at a higher level. So yeah, by that line of thinking, given your value based on multiple positions you could play, Tessman might be the odd man out.
Yeah, and I agree with here. Musa playing in this 2 central midfielder, double 6, if you will, where you're kind of a 6 and an 8 hybrid.
Yeah,
you're covering a lot of ground. I think this would also benefit Yunus Musa playing in this role.
It suits him a little bit better that way.
Yeah. So he has more room to dribble and operate. So he can break through lines and then make that final pass because he's pulling the next line out. So it's much easier to find an open player.
Something I've been tinkering with too, because I utilize the back 3 when I coach. We have 3 and then you have that box in midfield. But if you're down a goal, you can now kind of switch it into a double diamond. So the 6s, one of them becomes like basically the diamond with a kind of a stopper sweeper ultimately with the back 3, and then you have another diamond in midfield with a 10, 2 8s, and a 6. And then you could really just allow those 8s to go. If you're trying to chase the game and get back into it, that means you're defending ultimately with 4 and hoping that a wing back comes back and helps. But it still gives you a little bit of luxury. And I think it adds value to some of the other players that we were talking about, that if you were in a pinch and you were chasing the game, they could come in.
Good speed there by Freeman, by the way.
Yeah, he gets the freedom to go forward.
And I agree with you, Jimmy, on that.
Yeah.
Does make sense.
But there's a little bit of flexibility. That's what I like about the formation in general.
Do we have confirmation, Jimmy? Do we know is it 26-man roster?
26
again.
26.
Yeah. Okay. So that opens up 3 spots. A lot.
1v1 Flo.
Good.
Oh, I wish he would have taken him to the end line. Look how many players are back for Japan.
Wow. Everybody.
Everybody. That's commitment. That's guys trying to make a team. There we go. Ooh. Get it across.
All right.
Ooh!
Zendaya, what a goal. Oh man. What a finish. What a finish.
What a ball.
A step over, cross, and a volley.
Oh, damn. Get in, baby. Get in.
Wow.
You love to see it. What a goal. Zendejas booking his ticket to the World Cup next summer. One wonder strike at a time. I was hoping that Flo Balogun would have taken some of that. Just did enough.
Oh, man.
Damn.
What a goal.
Good for you, kid.
Wow.
Boom.
And Arston didn't need much room to get that cross off his feet either.
No, he said, okay, you've been terrorizing me this first half. It's
quality.
It's my turn.
That's a good finish.
What a goal.
That is class.
Good for you, kid.
So every time we continue to play well and make positive actions going forward, back 3 tones. It's working. Getting our wing back up the line.
We're in a back 3 right now? No way.
All right, now let's see how we respond the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. Japan's going to have a reaction. What a goal, though, by Zendejas. Yes, please. More of that, please.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of the service, too, from Arsene.
Yeah, for sure.
The whipped in ball, the accuracy, and then the spot from Zendejas. To take that out of the air first time and smash that bottom corner. What a goal.
Yeah. You know when you have a good action, or say, Chuck, you score early in a game?
Yeah.
The rest of the game, you're on clouds. You're just like, especially in the U.S. with the international level, you're like, okay.
Invincible.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I've done my job. Everything else is gravy at this point, and you just play different. Especially when you're with the U.S. It's. I've only had one of those moments, but I know Chuck's had a few more. Or Tones, you make a couple big saves early in the game. I mean, you just kind of unlock this relaxation that's hard to
Jimmy,
explain.
we got a different pressure than you. There's always the next one coming. Always the next one.
Well, I mean, I'm not too far from you.
No,
I
I know what you mean. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Man,
You'll get some people tuning in to Club America, right? Don't we have them on the channel watching?
We do. Yes, Sendejas will be on the Golazo Network on Saturday as Club America takes on Chivas in the Super Clásico. That'll be at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, or if you're on my side of the country, 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be a great one. Love the Super Clásico. Always some good matches there. Sendejas wearing the number 10 shirt for Club America. That is a pretty big deal. And he proved why with that golazo tonight.
Man, Freeman's giving them something to think about down that right channel, man.
He's got some legs.
So you know what's interesting? I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad you brought up the legs too, Chuck, because remember when he just played right back for us in the Gold Cup? We felt like he just was not getting forward, even though we know that he's good at it and likes to get forward. And now in this formation, he's got the freedom to get up and down. And now I feel like he's more involved. He looks more engaged and attached and connected to what's happening. And that's a good thing. Now just imagine Des in the same spot. Ooh, I like that layoff. It's unlucky. We got Japan pinned back at the moment. Can we keep him here? If they can play out of this, that's not only do we want to be a team that can play out of pressure, but we want to make sure we can lock teams in. And I feel like we got him trapped right here.
Now, right? Yeah, that's good.
That coach is rethinking that B team selection.
Woof.
I'm sure he's gonna get hammered by some former players who are throwing their headphones about experimenting is over. All right, here's a look at the promo. Club America versus Guadalajara Chivas. Saturday night, Super Clásico, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, streaming free on the Golazo Network. Make sure you check it out. It's a big deal.
It's pretty cool. We got those games. Those games are they're really big, man. Those big matches in Mexico are fun to watch.
Agreed. It's comparable to, I would say, to like Boca versus River in Argentina.
Yeah. So that's probably the cream of the crop, right? But
have you been to it? Have you been to Boca River before?
I've been to both of them 2 years in a row. Once at La Bombonera and then Monumental.
Oh, what a save by Matt Freeze.
Jimmy, tell me why Reem is running in from that angle.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Was it a turnover on build out where he was stretched?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah.
He's all the way. His
reaction is actually pretty good.
His reaction is good. Yeah, it just seemed weird from the other angle when you saw it, right?
Yeah.
No, he reacted pretty well.
He did. He got into full sprint mode pretty quickly. Oh.
But if that ball's being squeezed in there on the left side, do you need to be so far out until it gets circulated? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a starting position. I'm not blaming him. I'm just asking the question.
No. Here we go. Drive. Go on, Christian. Go on, Max. One more for us. Okay,
it's fine. That's fine.
It's positive. You bring in an attack to completion.
He set him up on the cross for the goal, going left. This time he went right. I like it.
Yeah.
He scores a ton of goals going inside.
Oh, good step. I like that pressure a lot from Tyler. So that's another thing too. Letting Tyler be Tyler.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you got to let him read the game, right?
Yeah.
I said last game that was the best game I saw Arfson play in a U.S. shirt. It looked like he took a step forward, and tonight I'd say he's improved on that.
And this is his home stadium, man. He feels comfortable in this place, right?
Yeah. We're still looking for that backup behind
Anthony,
Jedi. Yeah. So
I love the fact that he's just growing as a player.
Yeah. Right.
Regardless, right? Is he ever going to play over Anthony Robinson? No, but as a backup, you never know. Injuries, suspensions. I love the fact that he's just improving and he's making the most of these opportunities. So far,
man, Roldan's been good, man. He gave the one ball away. Adams and he have a good connection, man.
We just switched the point of attack on back-to-back. We went from one side to the other. I like our spacing. Now, Japan has dropped off quite a bit. They're not pressing The only time they really press is when it goes back to the goalkeeper. Seems their most obvious trigger. But I feel like we've handled the pressure pretty well, all things considered. Though, of course, they had scored that goal that Freeze makes a save on. We'd probably be saying something different.
I'm wondering if they make big changes at halftime.
Well, I think there's going to be some type of tactical adjustment in terms of where they try to trap us. Because once we break their press, I feel like we've been breaking their press pretty consistently. So
there's my gal. Salvador's back. Salvador G. He said Sargent has green dots from the bench.
Good.
Good.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, CP.
And Christian was the one. Roldan was the one that.
CP10. Let's go.
He's so quick.
Oh.
He lost the ball and then was quick enough to get around the guy to win it back. But Roldan was the one that got pressure.
Who pressured?
Roldan did.
Roldan?
Christian.
Yeah.
Look how fast he is to win this back after he loses it. Oh man, it's unreal.
Sorry, my stream's so blurry. I'm just seeing white jerseys and blue jerseys right now.
This is actually pretty good defending here.
Yeah.
Last ditch defending, as we like to say. Blake Foster says back three is way more comfy to me. All right, Blake, welcome to the squad. Welcome to me and Big Tones' side. As we've been clamoring for it for a while.
Play out of it.
Now, we've been giving the back three a lot of love. We should probably talk about the depth. And we know Joe Scally could probably play there and looks comfortable. Right center back. Well, it's in the back three. He could play on the right side of a back three. No? You in on that or no? It's not like he's given his goal-scoring contributions.
No. If we're talking about a World Cup, no.
Yeah, in a pinch, maybe I'm in, but not to start.
All right.
Yeah.
So then our depth. So I don't know where you are on Ream.
Who's there? McKenzie. There's
McKenzie. I put
we got
McKenzie
Banks
on the left side.
Banks.
I'd like to
see him tonight.
I hope we see Banks tonight.
Yeah.
Give us 30 or 45 minutes of Banks. That's what I'd like to see.
Banks.
Just so we can know for sure. Banks still feels like a 2030 stud for us, but 2026 might be coming too soon.
And then I don't think Pochettino has any like or trust in Cameron Carter-Vickers or Austin Trusty. So I don't even think they're even close to the picture.
Yeah.
And you could probably say the same right now for McKenzie.
McKenzie's somehow out of the.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Switzerland game really hurt him and Walker Zimmerman. None of them.
Was Miles Robinson?
I understand, but both of those guys played in that game, and they haven't been back in since.
Yeah.
Was Miles Robinson called into the last camp before he got hurt, or no? I can't remember now.
I can't remember either.
He was at the Gold Cup, wasn't he?
Was he at the Gold Cup,
Miles
or did he
Robinson?
get hurt? He got hurt in the game I was calling. I forget who it was against, and he went out, and then he didn't play. But I can't remember. It was before the Gold Cup.
I'm pretty sure he was in the Gold Cup.
Man, they're all running into each other, these camps now.
Yeah, so the depth of a back three becomes an interesting prospect, which is maybe why Tristan Blackman continues to get another start tonight, just to see if he can manage in this formation. Freeman in a good spot, good pressure from Flo. I like the pass, right? Even if you don't win it, it's one of those where the defender's still running backwards, having to get out of a tough situation, and that's a good trigger to go and try and win it.
Okay. Get forward, go sideways, now come out the other side.
I feel like we've done a nice job of when to go to direct, when to go like switch the point of attack, Chuck, to your thought process here. Spacing seems good. Even Christian can drop in a little bit just like he did there. Find a pocket, ball movement.
With this formation, there's much more space to make those interchanging runs.
Yeah. Especially centrally, right?
Yeah.
Zendejas is good on the ball, man. That little shimmy just to move the defender one way right there.
Okay.
Drive.
Good first touch.
Go on. Oh, Flo's there. Oh, I love that run by Flo.
Woo!
Oh,
he had
Talk to me, Jimmy. Who's that? Pulisic?
It's Pulisic.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
Super high. Rolled on the ball back to CP.
We got a 4v4 right here.
Okay, Tyler,
good
rolled on.
Decision. We got play-by-play Chuck.
Tristan, back to hold on. Yep, back to Blackman.
We got to hold Big Tones' hand through this.
I'm good.
Tones, I got you.
The back three, I'm good, Chuck. You save your voice.
Tones, I got you.
That's Chris Richards. Here it comes. The stream is it's
all right.
It's
so
looking all right.
We went all the way back to Arfson, but we've kept the ball while doing it. I feel like we're. Can we get some Olays? Are we getting some Olays in the crowd at this point? Because we're probably the 20 pass mark. We're at the 20 plus pass mark here.
Look at these gaps. Oh,
I know. Crushing it right now.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yes. They say, go ahead, sit in the back 5. We got you. Look at Arfson. He's feeling it.
You don't have the numbers in the box, so just
look where Tim Reeve is. He said, let me get in the midfield.
Good movement from Zendejas just to move some players around. Whether you get it or not, you can open
that's Chris Richards right there.
That's Freeman. That's a callback for Chuck. Honestly, we might be at 30 plus passes here.
Yes, I like it. Short, long.
Good. Stretch the game.
Go on. I wish it was less hopeful, but okay. Freeman gets to it. Unlucky. But a really nice sequence. I don't know if I've seen us have that type of possession control, for lack of a better description, in quite some time. Pass accuracy going up. Kenyon knows.
Randy Conway loves the fact that Tony can't see. He just sees
white
dots.
Why is that Randy? Look, I'm seeing all I need to see is the white jerseys in blue. That's it.
Now, Randy, keep in mind that Big Tones grew up in an era where he was watching games at Shakey's Pizza in the top corner and it was all blurry and fuzzy. Same with me, Big Tones.
Yeah, it was black and white too, right, Jimmy?
I remember watching
it was for a while.
Yeah, 86 World Cup. I had to watch it at like a round table Shakey's Pizza with one TV for a tiny screen.
Come on.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
No, you weren't. You weren't.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
What'd you say, Chuck? I didn't hear you.
That you're playing with Joe Catchins. I said I wasn't even born yet.
I still didn't hear you. Joe Catchins, he says.
Tony, turn on your hearing aid. Let me help you out.
Can't hear you, man. Once you talk past 90, I can't hear you before that.
We need to get a new sponsor of the show just for Tones, Life Alert.
Oof.
Ooh.
All right,
freeze.
All right. So 0 minutes have been added. We're getting right to it. But another good save by Matt Freeze. All right, one last corner kick for Japan before they call halftime. We'll have Paul Tenorio joining us for our halftime show. Yeah, let's just see it out. This would be heartbreaking to give up a goal here.
25 open right there. Why is he open? There were 3 for 4 markers. 3 markers for 4 guys, and 25 got open in that one.
Yeah, they need to figure that out in general, even the run of play.
Yeah.
And the run of play as well, right? We can't have too many +1s or +2 with our 3 center backs with just 1 player. All right, that's halftime. We are going to stop down for 2 minutes so everybody can go have a potty break. When we come back, we're going to have the Athletics' Paul Tenorio joining us to give us his insight from Columbus. It should be awesome because we're winning, baby. We're winning 1-0. The U.S. is up 1-0 over Japan. Don't go anywhere. Halftime show coming up right after this. welcome back in to Call It What You Want. I'm Conradinho alongside Big Tones and Chuck Wagon. And we're excited. Got a 1-0 win. I should say 1-0 lead. I don't get ahead of myself versus Japan. Getting some good comments from everybody here on the Golasso America YouTube channel. Hit like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. Turn on your notifications. We have a Legal Beagle that says they definitely look more comfortable with 3 at the back. I love that. Kenyon says 3 at the back is our heartbeat. Okay. Iz says Sargent would score here. We'll have to wait and see.
He's just trying to rile you up.
But yeah, everybody seems pretty positive at this point. There are some trying to temper my energy and enthusiasm by saying this is Japan's B team. It is, in fact, their B team. They made 11 changes. They're starting 11 from the Mexico game into here. So they don't have a lot of their top players. They're all on the bench. Maybe they come off the bench in the second half. We'll have to wait and see. But we arguably don't have all of our top players either. So there's a conversation to be had somewhere in there. Soon we're going to be joined by Paul Tenorio from The Athletic, who is in Columbus. Oh, we actually have him on the show. Let's welcome him in, Paul Tenorio.
What's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul?
Paulie
What's up,
T.
fellas? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, great to see you. Blink twice. It looks like you're in a hostage situation.
I am in a hostage situation. I'm in the press box. I promise. I'm just, trying to stay out of people's way here, guys.
Yeah, understood. So give us your thoughts. What'd you see in the first 45 minutes? We're thrilled with the back 3 and how it's looked so far. What does it look like live and in person?
Yeah, I mean, I think no surprise that it's looked better, right? Especially when we consider the strengths of this roster, the strengths of the players who are on the field. Max Arfston is a wingback. He's not a fullback in a back 4. Alex Freeman plays as a wingback with Orlando City. He's playing as a wingback.
Looks like we
lose Paul.
Did we already lose Paul?
I think
Well, he gave us all the information we
They
needed.
took him.
Yeah,
They took him already.
took him.
You got him.
They took
You
him.
found them.
Putting players in their best spot leads to success. That's all. That's what we got from Paul Tenorio. Thank you so much, Paul. We appreciate you. Oh, actually, he's back. He's back. Paul Tenorio is
All
back.
right, he's back.
Okay, Paul, finish your thoughts. Keep going.
No, I'm just saying, I think, again, it's guys in better spots. It's guys who are more comfortable in those positions. I think even when you look at the midfielders who are here, there's not a clear-cut attacking midfielder who needs to be on the field for this U.S. team right now. And so having the midfield set up the way it is with Roldan and Tyler Adams, giving Christian Pulisic a little bit more space to operate. Now, I don't love Christian Pulisic playing as much as he does inside the pockets. I think he's at his best actually when he's in space running at defenders. But I think it makes Roldan, it shows the strengths of Christian Roldan. I think it gives a little bit more support to Tyler Adams. So, this team looks more comfortable because I think more of the guys are in places where they feel more comfortable. And we're seeing the fruits of that. And I would also say, I think Balogun has added a lot to this starting 11 too. I don't think Josh Sargent played his best in the last game. And you're seeing the difference of having a forward who gets more involved, creates more dangerous opportunities that the players can play off of. So all in all, much more positive performance than we've seen. And I think a lot to feel good about after 45 minutes. Let's see what happens when Japan starts subbing in some of their difference makers, guys who started against Mexico the other night.
Paul, what about we were talking about the relationship between Tyler and Roldan. You mentioned it, but tonight the spacing looks good. They have a real understanding, and the 3 of us thought this allows Tyler Adams to do what he does best, and that's just go hunt the ball, right? Find the ball and find areas that it's going to come out where you can win the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I was joking earlier that if you play well against Messi, the chances are you're going to get called in. Seb Berhalter and Vancouver played well against Messi earlier this year. Seb found his way into the national team. Seattle plays well against Miami. Christian Roldan's in, and we know Christian Roldan's quality. He's a really good MLS midfielder. He was an important part of the last cycle, a glue guy in the locker room, really well respected, a leader in this team. And I agree with you that his presence on the field has opened things up for Tyler Adams to do what he does best. And there have been moments, I think, when Christian Roldan gets on the ball where he's able to calm things down a little bit more. And I think he's got more of that strength than Tyler Adams does in certain moments. I would like to see the back line, some of the center backs maybe sometimes looking to skip that pass to go beyond those 2 midfielders and look for Christian Pulisic in the space and behind. Pulisic's dropping too deep sometimes looking for the ball. I think both Adams and Roldan, maybe stay a little bit higher. So when you receive the pass, you don't need to beat the 2 defenders and that are in front of you. You can just kind of sit behind them and receive the ball. But I just think the midfield looks more comfortable in this shape, and I think Roldan has added something different. I would say of the guys who are helping themselves in this camp to be back in October as we start to see players integrated in, you have to say Christian Roldan is one of those guys after 2 halves of soccer.
Yeah, Paul, I'm curious what you were surprised about, if any, in this first half performance, because for me, Zendejas, he not only in the game against South Korea comes in, he just looks so comfortable and confident. Where in the past, when he's come in, it's a little shaky. He doesn't really necessarily fit in, or he's afraid to play the way he always plays. Right now, it seems like, hey, I'm playing my game. I am who I am, and he's thriving. Are there any other surprises? And also, XG, Japan is winning 0.88 to 0.83. We had a lot of people in the last game going, "Oh, U.S. outplayed South Korea. They're the best because their XG was higher." Get out of here with that. And the U.S. tonight have been better in the first half.
Couple nice opportunities for Japan. Let's give credit where it's due. They did get a couple good looks at goal from close range. The Freeze was able to make some saves. I would agree with you on Zendejas. I think he's impressed me. Obviously, fantastic finish. To take that the way he did was just quality. And he's a guy who I think the U.S. would really benefit from him coming on, because there's just not a lot of depth at the winger position of guys who can come in and be a natural like for like. As for other people who have impressed me today, like I said, I think Roldan has. I actually think, I've been somebody who's been very critical of Max Arfsten at the left back position. I think he's been better tonight than he has in any other game I've watched him. Again, I think that's down to the fact that he's playing wing back instead of left back in a back four. And I would also say, like, I've been a big supporter and believer in Josh Sargent. I feel like he's a guy who, if you can get him going, get him scoring goals, he can be an important player for this team. But straight up, like, Balogun has outplayed him in this window. And I think right now, Balogun, for me, is the U.S. men's national team number 9. And I don't think anything that's happened tonight has pushed back on that argument.
No, I don't even think it's close when we're talking about both players who are healthy and fit. It's not close. Just the dynamic movement alone, there's a change of pace. There's just this intention to get into certain spaces at the right time. And we saw from Sargent, it was always the same speed. Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I was just going to add, what kind of changes do you expect to see, Paul, or if you've heard anything about maybe pre-planned subs at 60th minute, or I mean, for me, I wouldn't mind seeing Tim Weah come in at the wing back just to see what that looks like, or potentially at one of the 10s and see it gets a little bit not where he has his normal starting positions, but what can he fit in and how does he look? And then I'd like to see Noah Kai Banks. Do you think there's any possibility of seeing him come in for 30 minutes to see how he looks out there with the rest of the guys?
Yeah, I'd like to see Noah Kai Banks for sure play. I heard he might have taken a little bit of a knock in training, so we'll have to follow up on that and see if that's why we haven't seen him at all in this camp, because Pochettino's been pretty clear, when I bring these guys in, I want to see them. That's the whole point of them being here. I think we could get some value out of seeing him, especially in this back three where he can maybe you put him in between Richards and Ream and he's a little bit protected by 2 veteran guys. I agree. I'd like to see Tim Weah. Pochettino insisted it was just cramping the last game for Tim. So if he's healthy, put him in there.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. Like, let's see him at wingback. He's been playing there a lot for both clubs of the last 2 seasons. He's been playing in that spot again. So if you're going to think about moving to this system, then I think you need to be thinking about him playing in this position, right?
Yep.
Like if Serginho Dest or Anthony Robinson is not unavailable, is Tim Weah the better option over Max Arfsten at the left wing back position? So how do you find that out? Well, stick him in right now in the second half and see him go. So, those, I think you nailed 2 of the players I definitely want to see in the second half. I don't know that there are pre-planned substitutions. I would imagine there's some rotation for guys. Pochettino's been very, very conscious about how many minutes he's putting on people's legs. I think you probably will see Christian Pulisic come out in this game because of that. And I'm very interested to see too, though, how this team responds when Japan starts to move some guys into this game who are the better players. Let's see what happens, especially defensively, against some of these game-changing players.
Yeah.
From a formation standpoint, do you think he talked about locking down games? Do you think he changes anything in this thing, or we're going to see him ride this 3 out, right? Because it's easy to make a change from here, right, by taking a center back out and putting someone forward.
Yeah, and I think you see him play this way. I mean, look, if you're a coach
I
and
hope
there's been nothing but negativity kind of around this team and negative, you probably say, okay, we've got something positive going. Let's stay with this. Let's see if this becomes the way we play. And by the way, like I think it fits with the full pool too. Like I think you can play this way and you can put Anthony Robinson and Serginho Dest into these wing back positions and maybe get more out of them overlapping and in space and creating opportunities. So I would expect that we'll see them stick with this formation. But it comes down to, is a guy like Noah Kai Banks healthy enough to play? If he's not, and you want to get more players into the game and you want to protect people's legs, like you were talking about with Chris Richards the other night, maybe you take somebody out, a center back out and put a midfielder in just to get the rotation going. I think it'll probably depend on something like that.
I just want to see when Takefusa Kubo comes in, Ueda, Mitoma, how does Pochettino deal with some of those players? Because it's interesting seeing Pochettino and when he makes his substitutions. Is he going to keep pushing some of these guys like a Blackman, like an Arfson, to see how they deal with that? Or do you think this is a time where you're going to say, all right, let's get Dest in, let's get Way in, let's see how they respond coming off the bench in moments like this?
I mean, I think if you're going to have Tristan Blackman here, you've got to see him against the best Japan has to offer. If you want a true assessment of whether or not he's going to provide competition at the center back spot, or, Pochettino said the other day, we are putting these players in now because if guys go down in June ahead of the World Cup, we want to know who we can trust. So if that's the plan, and you know what you're going to get from Chris Richards, and you know what you're going to get from Tim Ream, then you leave Tristan Blackman on the field in this moment. And the same with Max Starfson. You leave those guys out there. So when the best players from Japan come out on the field and you want to see how can they defend against World Cup level talent, you get an answer. And that's important. We know we've seen Arfson in the Gold Cup in a back forward, left back, struggled to defend. Let's see how he can defend against the best players as a wingback in a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 as they're playing. So I think you definitely want to leave kind of the depth pieces, the players we presume will be depth pieces when everyone's back in, if everyone's back in. I think you've got to leave them out on the field and see what you can get.
Paul Tenorio, everybody, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the free nachos or whatever you get at the stadium in Columbus. And enjoy the second half. Give a shout out to Paul Tenorio in the chat. And also let us know, everybody, what changes do you want to see in the second half? I got Noah Kai Banks. If Tim Weah is healthy, if both of them are healthy, I want to see them get in. I mean, Serginho Dest wants to go run around for 30 minutes out wide as a wingback. I wouldn't mind seeing that as well, but we know what he can provide. But now that we're actually set up in a 3, I would like to see that connection with everybody else. Any other changes that you guys want to see? I know Chuck was angling for Jack McGlynn, but I don't know.
Don't do that.
Why, Jimmy?
Don't do that. He's a guest of the show, and you want to come at him. There's no need for that.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I definitely want to see Noah Kai Banks. That's without a doubt. For me.
Okay, that's a good one.
And then
you got Damian Downs, De La Torre.
It might be
Luna,
worth seeing Tim Weah get
Sargent.
a run in that wingback spot.
Yeah. All right, so the boys are back out.
What I don't want to see is the attitude. Like I don't want to see the attitude change. Right, continue to go forward, continue to take chances, continue to win second balls, like all those little things to keep the rhythm going. Right, I don't care who Japan puts in. Let's see. It doesn't look like they made any changes now that I'm looking at it. Right. Nope, doesn't. I don't think so.
I don't see any changes now. I'm looking at.
Oh no, here's one at Seiko coming on. Who's off then?
So Seiko comes on. Let me see. Seiko Ayumu Seiko plays for Le Havre in Liga. He's a defender. So maybe he's coming on for Nagamoto, who is the captain. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see. We're still waiting on that information.
Yeah, but keep the rhythm of the game. I wrote down the spacing was good, the tempo, the rhythm.
The game is kicked off. I just wanted to put it there so we can get our clock started. Go ahead.
Yes, keep going, the rhythm of the game, the changing of of the rhythm, right, in the tempo. Sometimes over the top, stretch the game a little bit, run in behind, sometimes play underneath, and continue to be good in wide areas, right? Continue to exploit things in wide areas. I think part of that has been with, I know Paul said he doesn't like Christian playing in that left channel, inside left channel, if you will.
I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either. I see him every week play there, at least get to that spot. But what it does do with him and Zendejas playing tucked in, it opens up space. And you guys know from an organizational standpoint, makes it sometimes difficult, that inside channel, to organize things and not leave your guy one-on-one all the time, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of tactical adjustments Japan has had to try to slow down where we've been gaining some numerical advantages. My guess, and I just saw a little bit of evidence there, was they're starting to have a runner. The back three's got to be super aware if a runner comes out of midfield and who's going to pick up that player. Now, do you expect the 6 or a 10 to track it? Or we've already said that we need the back three to be marking more people than they are. So Japan's got to figure out a way to solve that problem. And conversely, we need to solve the problem that extends. Oy. All right.
Blackman went in there sideways.
Yeah.
You can't be challenging sideways.
Oh. So we're 90 seconds in, and Japan looking pretty sharp coming out of the halftime break. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, a little higher press, right? A
Yeah.
little bit more in the tank right now.
Yeah. I'm curious. They dropped off. Remember how they tried to press us early? Now they're dropping off a bit. We'll see if that condensed space won't allow us to play through them like we did in the first half.
They're trying to trap you.
Yeah.
But Christian's doing a good job of finding that playing in between the lines.
If you don't play quick, though, they're going to be all over you. This is 1 or 2 touch from when you're in these situations.
Yes, Paulo.
Go on.
Get down the channel. Get back inside.
Love
Let's go.
Go 2v1 overlapping.
Yep,
I need some overlapping.
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh.
save. All right.
Hey, great start to the second half.
Hey, playing through a high press, playing through a low press, we can do it all. And we're switching the point of attack. I like that more than we've seen over the past couple games, which is nice. And we're gonna get a foul. We'll take it.
Hey, Tony, is goes Freeze has impressed more than literally anyone this window. I would say yes, Freeze is definitely impressed and he's gotten better, but not more than Zendejas.
Yeah, rolled on.
Arfsons and Zendejas rolled on. They were, I mean,
Freeze has impressed. He's right. Freeze has.
Zendejas was in the basement.
We had a
nice. Roldan was in Seattle.
Yeah.
But I think he was on the radar. But we mentioned it, right? That position's just so crowded. So this was, I don't know. I don't think this is the last time we're going to see Roldan. I mean, something I think drastic has to happen here for them not to see. And Tenario touched on it. The one thing we've known about Christian forever. By the way, Zendejas has some piss and vinegar in him, right? Like he wants to fight all the time. That's okay, man. Let him go.
Yeah.
But with regards to Roldan, we've always known he's been a real big locker room guy, right? Which is, especially if you're going to take 26, like you can't have guys that are a pain in the ass that are, somewhere near the end of the roster.
Little in-swinger here from Zendejas. Don't make much of it, but we still have them pinned in a little bit, which is nice. I feel like we've done a nice job of winning second balls tonight. It's a bit of an intangible, but an important intangible.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like we won enough of those against South Korea.
All right.
It puts you under so much pressure if you can't win those second balls consistently.
Tony Freese has the ball there. He's playing to Chris Richards. Richards has the ball.
I got him good right now. It's not fading on me.
Yeah, this is a.
But if you want to practice your play-by-play, I'm sure everyone would love to hear it.
This is This is a mid block. Here from Japan.
Freeze is just sitting on the ball there.
Okay, now they go. Once it goes to the goalkeeper, that's their trigger.
Yep.
This is where they're going to go here. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going.
Turned them nice.
Christian at his very best. Oh, we got it. We got it. No, don't force it. Okay. Here we go. Keep it moving then. We got him pinned back. That turn, though, by Christian. Chef's kiss. Got him. All right.
There's a lot. I see every now and there comments popping up. This is Japan's B team. Japan's B team. Japan's B team.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But you still got to go out there and play. You still got to go and perform. And
So does that mean they're suggesting this is the US's A team?
Yeah, I guess that's the
minus team. Like what are we doing here?
Yeah. What is this team? From there's 6 MLS players that started, and that I know that drives people crazy. So take that into consideration. Yeah, you had Ream, Freeze, Blackman, Roldan, Arfston, and Freeman are your 6. Zendejas plays in Mexico. 3. So you got 7 from North America.
I thought I had 5.
Freeman, Blackman, Freeze, Roldan, Arfston.
Yeah, you got 6.
I keep forgetting Ream all the time. I don't know why.
Ream.
Here we go.
Oh,
so unlucky.
That drives managers nuts, right? When you can look all the way across the field and you're offside.
Okay. Yeah, he shouldn't be off there.
You gotta stay onside there.
Yeah.
This is good pressure.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I love that pass. I love that. Yes. Oh, good tackle.
That's good movement.
It's good movement.
Good idea. Good movement. Solid.
He could have played backwards, and I like that he went for the split pass instead. Puts Japan under so much pressure. It's a little thing, but it makes a big difference.
But just the recognition of two guys just being on the same page in a moment, right?
Right.
It's not like a build up; it's an immediate turnover.
Right, in transition.
Yeah, now you got to switch gears in your head a little bit.
All right, here we go. Set piece. We need some set piece magic. Looks like Chris Richards got hit in the face. No, he's back. He's running. Good. Another second ball.
That's youth.
Yeah. Playing.
Zendejas has some energy, huh?
Yeah.
You score a goal like that, you better have some energy.
True.
But you just see him off there, like just. I mean, he knew it was a bad pass. A high five, runs over to his teammate. Let's get on with the next, man. Let's get on with the next one. Nothing you can do about the last one.
I like this run by Freeman. It's forcing
what about those runs by Balogun?
Oh! Come on, son. Oh, well done.
Christian at his very best.
That's what he does.
Just slaloms through teams and around players. Real nice.
What a ball in, huh?
Yeah. Good layup.
Arson,
good hold-up play.
Oh,
did he meg him? Gave him a little toe poke meg. Oh, I wanted the close-up. Give us the closer. You love to see it. All right. So it looks like there might be a sub based on what I'm seeing from Joe in the chat. Is Tim Weah coming in? Put him in for Freeman. Let's see. Put him at wingback.
Would you put him there and not play Dest at all?
Yeah, if you weren't going to play Dest. I mean, I'd like to see Dest, of course, but
I think I'd be surprised from what I understand if we saw Dest tonight.
Yeah. Though I'm kind of in agreement there with Kenyon. Dest and Way as wingbacks. That would be fun to watch that cook a little bit. Dest could be on the left, Way on the right. But I'm still eager for Dest and Jedi to be in a back three.
Tyler's been an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's covered a lot of ground. He's been higher up the field, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's good from Roldan. What are they calling there? Zendeja's ready to jump on that pass across. Yeah, one of the center back. They got a step. I don't know. I got Tim Ream does have somebody out as wide. Can we connect? Can we connect? Yes, we can. Go on, Freeman.
Go ahead, Freeman.
He's ready to go. Love that change of speed.
He's a damn train.
Yeah.
This position suits him so much better.
Yeah. Wonder why it took us so long. Ooh.
I think
even when we had Jedi and Dest, I mean, we're sitting on two pretty incredible wingbacks.
The two pieces of the three in the back that you really need, right, is the wingbacks. You can't you can make it up with an extra center back in the three, but you can't make up wingbacks, right?
Right.
I do feel though he's a 2030. He's Project 2030.
Who?
Freeman.
Freeman, yeah.
Yeah.
Good tackle. Freeman
and he
Banks.
might make the team though.
Yeah, but he's definitely a 2030 project.
Yeah.
How old is Dest?
Like 23?
No, he's 26, 7?
He's 24.
No.
He's 24. He'll be 25 in November.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
So we're talking
Dang.
He'll be 29.
29 for 2030.
Yeah.
Jedi's a little older. He's what, 29? But if he's still cooking, he could be this generation's DeMarcus Beasley.
That guy's built like a beast, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious who these
Look
subs are going to be.
Hey,
okay, Balogun.
Oh, that's a
nice idea.
Yeah, don't try. Yeah, he's not a Xabi Alonso over here. But he's feeling himself a little. But I like the fact that he's involved. He's holding the ball up. He's finding teammates. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean the game's
other
easier
thing, though,
when you can keep it. We didn't.
You're
keep
not
it
really
well
playing that pass if you're not confident, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're not feeling good, you're not even trying to play that pass.
Yeah, we've just done a nice job of keeping the ball, which allows our players to get in advanced positions and keep it a little bit. Okay. All right, Roldan. Oh, you got it. Get it in. Oh,
Arfston.
We needed a right-footed volley on that one.
What's great is that we had our wing back, one of our sixes, and a whole bunch of other people getting forward.
Hey, Mantis QR can't see the game, but he's watching it here. Let's go, guys.
Wow,
they need that play-by-play, Tones. They need that play-by-play.
Well, you give it to him, brother.
Give it to him.
All right.
You're Brad Feldman.
Chris Rich. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, we have there's a cross to the back post.
Any reason that guy's wide open at the back post?
Jennifer Maldonado says we need another goal. Goddamn right. Hopefully we get another one here.
Let's go. Close it down. Close that space.
We're getting to the 60th minute. I'm pretty eager about
good recovery.
Freeman.
Good recovery.
Who the subs are going to be. I'm very interested. All right, corner kick for Japan. 59th minute. 1-0. The U.S. is up in Columbus. A little 2v1 out wide, 3v2 out wide. They're going to drop it into the back post.
Oof.
That is dangerous. They've asked a couple questions. Matt Freese has stood up and answered all of those questions so far. Don't dive in. Ooh.
But Blackman headed the ball straight up. We got lucky there.
Just making it exciting, Chuck.
Yeah.
By design.
Salvador's having tacos at his house. He said, "Pull up."
Let's pull up.
He got that Calle Carnal and the birria tacos.
I feel like that should be a new wrinkle of our show. We just show up to one of our fans' house and do the show from there.
Hell yeah. We'll bring the equipment.
I'm down.
I'll do that in a heartbeat. Somebody's got to cook, though. It's got to be homemade food.
Yes, we have to have homemade food for sure.
100%.
That would be. Can we get a poll up? Who wants to volunteer their house? Or should we go to fans' houses to do our show? It'd be pretty cool. All right. We got a special guest joining us. Bust mustache in the game. Some people know him as Tommy Scoops. We know him as Tom Bogert. Tom Bogert, welcome in to the live watch along. Great to see you as always.
Okay.
He's got that 0.5 going on with this camera. We appreciate that. Tommy Scoops, thoughts on the game, 60 minutes in.
Really encouraging, really positive. I like the back three. It's a continuation from what we saw over the last 30 minutes or so against South Korea. And I will say Japan aren't playing their absolute best 11, but this is still a very good team, so I don't want to take anything away from the performance. But this is the best we've seen from Pochettino's U.S. men's national team against a good opponent so far in this tenure. Is that too far to say?
There was that second game against Jamaica. Yeah.
Jamaica, yeah.
Get out of here with Jamaica. Get all the way out of here with Jamaica. Are you kidding me? That is the team that we've talked about. You know, that is a good Instagram team. You put out like their best possible 11, and first of all, they're never all together. And second of all, when have they ever played? Like, you missed me with like
Mitoma coming in now.
Yeah, this will be good.
Now we're gonna find out.
Now we're gonna see.
Now we're gonna find out. Kamada.
Oh, Kamada
Minamino.
too. That's
making a lot of subs.
That's Chris Richards' teammate right there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
that's
right.
Lots of subs here.
And then Balogun's teammate in Minamino.
That's right.
Yeah. I love that.
Well, we'll get 30 minutes of it now.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Scoops, who's impressed you, man?
Yeah, who do you like, Scoops?
Zendejas. This has been a really good part for him in where, like, I feel like his other appearances with the national team has been, hey, you're just going to be the lead guy in like a B-ish roster. I feel like he hasn't played a ton with, say, Pulisic and Adams. And again, there's been a lot of players in and out for this group, of course. But I think Zendejas is somebody who is better when he's playing with better players. And that might sound like a silly thing to say and an obvious thing to say, but there are some players where it's kind of like, hey, clear out, give me the ball. If I'm the A option, I'm your best bet, or that's when I show my best. Zendejas is best when he's playing off Pulisic, he's playing off Balogun. I think that's been really good, and I've been really excited about watching that today.
Nice.
You can tell right now, they're switching gears. I tell you that right now. They brought those three in. It's starting to move.
Okay, Matt Freese, the steady hands of Matt Freese. How impressed have you been with Matt Freese, Tommy Bogert?
A lot. Listen, his form with NYCFC, I thought that he warranted a call to the national team when he was first getting in the mix. It took him a little bit longer than from what I know, from what he thought. He's a confident guy. He's, again, a really good shot stopper. The way that he's grabbed this number 1 shirt, and like today, he's been really good. I thought he was good against South Korea. I don't think the goals were his fault in that regard. And his mentality and his attitude is something I think that this team can really, really benefit from. Again, he's self-confident. He's accountable. He's a good leader. He went from, he's a surprise starter at the Gold Cup to this camp. Like, I was talking to him about this. He's like, yeah, I looked at the goalkeeper room and, like, I'm clearly the guy with the most experience here. So he goes from new guy in the mix to, like, let me show everybody how to do these drills. Let me lead the way. Let me be first on everything. And, it's been really cool to watch him grow really quickly with this team.
And, yeah, it's been impressive.
Yes!
Go on. Balogun.
Let's go!
You love to see it. 2-0 on the heels.
Look at that smile.
Subs coming in as well. We got Des McGlynn, Luna, De La Torre coming in.
There it is.
Hold on. Good
this.
turn by Christian.
Pulisic. Good ball. Good run. Pointing. He's pointing. He knows where he wants. He's pointing.
What a finish, by the way. What a finish.
Hey, Tony,
get the ball there.
Hey, by the way, 2 world-class finishes today. Like really high-quality finishes from our team. I love it. What a finish this is.
I didn't want to jinx anything when it was 1-0, but I do appreciate that. I feel like every time I'm on the show, it's a loss and it's a bad performance and it's disappointing. It's nice to smile and laugh for you boys. Yeah, to make sure that I'm going to keep on getting invited back, because if this was another L, I think I was on the chopping block.
Well, with that Knicks hat, you're asking for trouble. You know what it? Yeah, you're asking for trouble. Okay, we got 4 subs coming on.
Zendejas out.
Zendejas is coming off.
Hey,
looks like Luna's going in for him.
Hey,
Tyler.
So really quickly, another reason why I really like this formation, I think this goal is a great microcosm. Look at the space that we're finding between the lines when it's Pulisic and Zendejas, and the confidence to be able to turn and run in behind. That was really, really good from Balogun there, but like that's all possible because of the spacing and because of how this team is set up.
Yeah, agreed. Christian's off. Des is coming on. McGlynn's coming on.
So Des is going to the left. It looks like he's running across the field.
Yeah, he's going
right?
across the field to the left side. Does that mean Arson's coming off?
Yep. So it's Arston off, Zendejas, Adams, and Pulisic.
De La Torre comes in. Max Arston. Everybody's hyped right now. The hype is real. High fives or strong high fives from everybody. Strong high fives when you're winning a game.
Jimmy, I can't remember enough details because I was too young during your heyday. You seem like absolutely would have been the best handshake, high five vibes guy in good moments. Am I wrong?
Pretty good.
Am I right?
Pretty good.
He
Pretty
comes
good.
in. Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's doing that.
I'm giving like hugs. I go like quick high five to a hug.
He's going all the way. Every coach, every staff member,
Yeah.
the kit man, you know, everyone's.
Hey, everybody's in this together. Everybody's in this together.
Hey, give me a hug, brother. Great stuff. You know? He's even going to the fans right by next to the hey.
I've been in the locker room with him. His way to go, team.
That's it.
Good job, team.
We got
this, team.
We got this.
Chest bumps, fist bumps, butt taps. You know, high fives. I got it all covered. All covered.
That run, the recognition by Pulisic, pointing to where he wanted it, and then the finish. We needed that. They needed that. They needed that connection, man.
I love that. And they did it after they put on some of their best players for Japan, which just makes it all the sweeter.
In the 15 seconds that they were on the field.
Hey, you know what? We don't need to get into semantics here. Okay, we don't have to. It's fine.
Oh, McGlynn, he's got the jet.
Look at him. McGlynn outrunning people with the ball. So we've got De La Torre and Roldan as our bottom of the box sixes.
All right, how about a McGlynn shot from here too, right?
Yeah,
After
let's do
this
it.
foul.
Japan, a little frustrated. Ito, most likely not getting the yellow, but probably should have. Ooh, that's high. That's reckless. That's a yellow.
Tell you what, Scoops, Roldan's been impressive, man.
I agree, and again, I really like his fit with Tyler Adams and what they can do together. And again, I think that it's his intelligence, his movement, his motor really helps bring whoever you put next to him. And again, Tyler Adams doesn't need much help, but he's somebody who always makes the players around him better. He's been a little bit loose technically, Roldan has been, so it wasn't a perfect appearance, but he showed what everybody who watches him on the Sounders knows how great he is and how good of a teammate and how much he contributes to winning games, whether he's not playing, a 45-yard diagonal that's inch perfect, but I just think he's a good winning player.
Yeah, he is. He's got a great and by the way, what he's doing with Seattle with all he's put that team on his shoulders in a lot of ways, right? With all those injuries this year.
Yeah, and the way that he helped pocket Messi and Inter Miami in that final, and Pochettino spoke to that last week as well. Like, I was worried, but at that point, it's like, all right, if he's doing this and not getting called in, it's over for him. And for him to get into this game and get this start, and again, get a start around some like first choice players, I think was most important for him to show what he's capable of, and he did. It's like Zendejas in that way, in a different role, in a different way, but like he's best when you put good players around him.
Also, I think he's learned how to be a serial winner, right? With Seattle, like he learned. He's got to be the guy. He's got to play at a certain level. He's got to hold people accountable. There's some of that leadership that I think he brings to the table outside of being one of the. I know he's considered kind of a glue player for the 2022 World Cup, but now if he's being trusted, especially in this area of the field, I feel like this team maybe lacks a couple players or maybe needs more guys that can hold other people accountable.
Oh my!
Jesus.
Woof.
Good chance there from Japan off the crossbar. Oof. We have given up some good chances, by the way, in this game. I don't want to say we've been perfect on the defensive side of the ball. That's for sure.
Look at how this knuckles. Oh yeah,
oof.
He hit that with some venom.
Yeah,
that's music to the goalkeeper's ears right there, man. No a little bar music right there.
That's a piece for Japan. Yeah.
Chuck, what do you think it said? What are we 70, 71 minutes? What do you think it says that he's not trusting anyone at the 9 to give him an opportunity here? 20 minutes to go, 2-0 up.
When you got Downs and Sargent, yeah.
They're nowhere close.
Counterpoint, let Balogun go 90.
Counterpoint.
No. I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Counterpoint. The guy's got to play for Monaco, and we got Champions League coming up. So it's also we've seen him making these substitutions because when they go back to Europe, there's an agreement. We're not trying to run these guys into the ground.
Right.
He just came back. He's just fit. He's back to being the guy at Monaco. You don't run him into the ground if you don't need to run him into the ground. I think at this point, it just shows that option 2 and option 3 in this camp are far.
That's where I was getting at. Yeah, I was wondering.
So much distance between them.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, well, he didn't start the first game, so wouldn't that be if there was so much no. I like it more as a vote of confidence, and maybe I'm just being selfish here, but I don't know, man. How many times has under Berhalter and Pochettino we've had to manage Tyler Adams' minutes or Dest isn't ready in the summer? I'm kind of sick of us having to play the nice guy. Let him is he good? Is it going to kill him to play 20 more minutes here? Let him close out a really, really good performance.
It makes a difference. It does make a difference.
Hey, right. Chuck, is your microphone plugged in? Just wanted to.
Can you not hear me? Because
I can hear you, but it doesn't sound as crisp as it normally does. And I want the best version of Chuck that I can get audio.
My mic is plugged in, bruh.
Okay, cool. Just want to be sure. Joey Holt says Sargent was never the answer. And he did not help himself.
There's just a big difference between Balogun and Sargent. There's a big difference. And you can see just understanding space, understanding when to accelerate, and just his technique, his involvement. There is just a noticeable difference when he's on the pitch versus Sargent.
Yeah, no doubt. And look, he had a year of basically injuries, right? That Balogun, I mean, he's been dealing with a lot, right? Didn't he try and come? He had the shoulder. Didn't he try and come back? And then he got hurt again, right? Needed the operation. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was how it went, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Damian Downs, he's not even in form in the championship. So
yeah, he doesn't start there. It's been a weird start for him, for a guy that they paid money for,
Mm-hmm.
Tommy
Scoops, mean he's not going to play.
We're gonna let you go back into the wild. We're gonna release your fishness back into the wild. We're gonna let you go while we're still winning, because this is the first time.
No, but
that never happened.
Tom, to your point, if Ricardo Pepi was here, then we probably wouldn't see Balogun going 90. That wouldn't even be. I don't even think that'd be an option. Because Ricardo Pepi still has something to say before next summer. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But Balogun, you can see clearly is a difference maker for this team.
It's nice to be talking about this with a goal here, and hopefully we'll see how the last 18 minutes, 17 minutes end. But these conversations are much more fun when you win and you play well, if that's how it's going to be.
The vibes are high right now.
We're definitely feeling a little bit better about that spot, right?
Yeah. Hey, Tom. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
High five.
All right.
Understood. I got it.
Good game.
High five. Chest bump.
Woo!
Love it. Tommy Scoops, everybody.
Oh, you kicked off Tony.
Well, you got the wrong guy. You got
Des out. Des, what are you doing?
Oh, damn. I thought I was done for the night.
Hey,
Scoops would have stuck around, man.
The mute button.
Desmond over here booting tones. You worried about my mic? Worried about keeping tones on the screen?
I was about to check out right there. I'm good.
Ooh, that was a risk. So 2-0 favor the U.S. Zendejas scored a golazo volley with his left foot in the first half. Balogun, really well taken goal in the second half. 2-0 lead. I said 2-1 is my prediction. Tones, you said 2-1, or what'd you go with?
You took it. I couldn't take the same score. It's boring.
Yeah, okay. What'd you take?
I went 2-2.
Got it.
I want the 2 was Chuck us getting 2 goals. I needed to see 2 goals tonight.
Chuck was being cynical.
I had 1-1.
He had 1-1.
I'm out.
So I'm still in play. I'm
in play too, Jimmy.
I
don't want to be. I want to be out of play.
Either. I'm happy with this scoreline. Dos Cero. By the way, Dos Cero in Columbus. Somebody said this earlier in the chat. If we keep winning games here in Columbus 2-0, we should just make Columbus our home stadium. Every country seems to have a home stadium where their national team plays. Columbus just might have to be ours. Des getting chippy.
You think that's gonna fly in this country?
No, it wouldn't fly.
No.
But we do perform pretty well in Columbus, all things considered. Yeah. All right. So now we have to defend the free kick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else we haven't seen yet.
That's true. 4-0 is still in play. Jackson said 7-0.
Banks. We haven't seen Banks yet. Banksy.
Yeah, I'd like to get a look at him, man.
You're gonna get. I don't know.
Let's get Banksy in for at least 10 minutes.
But didn't Tenario? Here's this cross.
Yeah, how to knock.
Didn't Tenario? Yeah, he said there was maybe an issue with him. If there's an issue, you can't put him in.
Yeah. Just like France did with Dembele. Oh, now he's out 4 to 5 weeks. And now the French Football Federation
too. Doué's out too. 4 to 6 weeks too.
That's rough.
Luis Enrique is banning him from going to the national team.
Is he? Did he say that?
No.
Dude, that guy got into an accident on his bike or something crazy. Broke his collarbone.
Yeah. I just saw also they had a list of Man City's guys who got injured this window already. They're not going to have a team, man. They literally got everybody injured.
This in this
international window, yeah. Bunch of English players get Foden's out, like the whole bunch of guys.
Dude, Foden, the drop off for Foden has been pretty ridiculous from being the Premier League Player of the Year to. I don't really think about Foden anymore when I think about England.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right.
Remember how Japan spanked us before the 2022 World Cup?
I do remember.
That was one of the ugliest games. Who is that on the sideline? Is that Downs?
Downs. Stones.
All right.
Yeah, that was one of the. We got absolutely embarrassed.
Yeah.
By that Japanese side.
Yeah, my hopes weren't high after that game.
There was 2 in that window, right? Weren't there 2 games in that window before the World Cup?
It was Morocco, Japan, right? No, Saudi Arabia, Japan. That's what it was.
That's right, Saudi Arabia.
What's the score of that Saudi game? I can't remember.
I think it was a.
Go on, Flo's going to give you that last extra sprint. Play him. Okay, a little in, back, and through. I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time for that.
McGlynn's like, give it to him.
Oh, what a save.
Woof.
Man.
Uriel Diaz, Japan B team. Stop hating. Can't hate. Could have been just as easy for this team to not play well against the Japan B team as well.
Agreed. Little in, back, and through. Hey, I'll give it up for Flo. Good shift, my man. Good shift. He's clapping us off right now. He knows we're watching. Really well taken goal. Got his feet right. Tough angle.
Top finish.
Made it look easy.
Well done. Well done, Flo.
Easy.
Flo looks back. Got a smile on his face.
Yeah. Here comes Damian Downs. Little appearance here last 12, maybe 15 minutes. They had some extra time in there.
Thomas, I'm not a hater. Come on, Thomas. I'm not a hater.
He's a realist, and sometimes a cynic, but not a hater.
Only a cynic with you, Jimmy. I am not a hater, though. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, good ball. What a ball by Ito. But look how many.
Minamino doesn't have that speed anymore.
Chris Richards got him locked down. Josh Sargent is decommissioned, says Life of Bry. What's up, Bry? All right, can we manage the game, right? We talk about this is all part of it as well. Can you manage a game? 2-goal lead. 10 minutes left at home. Going to be really important. Really
everybody giving props to Balo.
Yeah, great shift. Yeah, what defending from Freeman.
Hey, this is one of the most entertaining players in the Premier League in Mitoma with Brighton when you see him one-on-one, scoring goals. This is a young Freeman just defending proper.
Great defending.
Such a attacking talent.
Yeah.
I love that.
And relatively fresh. I mean, he just came on the bench. Freeman's been playing the whole game.
Mhm.
Those aren't easy moments. Turtle wants to know if this is our first signature win. No, can't accept it.
No, it's not a signature win.
No.
It's a great win.
Yeah, and it's a much needed win.
Yeah, exactly. Comes at a good time. It's not a signature win.
No. I feel like that needs to be.
Oh, come on, Tones, you're muted. Come on.
10 minutes to go in the game. You're up 2-0, and you're not going to build out of the back. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he get stepped on?
Well, he threw his head at the ball. I mean, I think when you're tackling with your head, you're bound to get some contact from a boot.
Very Bill Jones.
What's that Rossi say? Keep the clean. Damn right. Rossi, keep the clean sheet. That's what we're here for.
All right, so we are 82 minutes in. Hopefully we get our Tristan little header.
Oh,
by the way, can you get a signature? Can you get a signature win in a friendly?
Nah.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, if you went into, let's say you went into France and beat France in France, and they had all their guys.
Yeah.
If you beat a Portugal, I guess, and with everybody
in their country with all their guys, then it'd be in the conversation.
Here, let's say Portugal comes here in March in Atlanta, and they beat Portugal. Is that a signature win for you?
I think it's a signature win if it propels you, like that's the game that turns you around, and then you start to believe and you start winning games. It like becomes a signature win in a lot of ways for me. I still think the one we're talking about has to be in a tournament.
But Tones, in that way, this could be the signature win because it's a signature moment where he changes to this formation. You know
right. So that's my point. It's like something we see down the road. Like I still think the one we're talking about,
come on,
this is nice here, has to come in a tournament.
Come on, Des.
Oh!
Jack McGlynn with some of
How
that.
about the dummy from Luna? How about the dummy from Luna and McGlynn behind them? Oh, he hammered that thing.
McGlynn just keeps getting these chances.
All right, Christian, keep kicking people.
This Japan team ain't doing
Watch
jack.
Luna. Watch Luna.
Whoop.
Whoop. Whoop.
Oh, man. He hit that
He had
clean.
to keep her beat, man.
Hit it real clean. When he's got time and can pick up his head with his left foot, it's excellent.
Well done, Freeze.
All right, Freeze. Now we do a little time wasting.
Look at the form. Proper technique.
Oh. That needs to go in. Dang.
Yeah.
That deserves to go in.
He needed to get that call it what you want bump. You come on the show and you start scoring bangers. Have to wait. Who else we got? Who do we got? Nathan Harriel coming in for Tristan Blackman. Interesting. So Harriel goes into the back three, or do they push Freeman? Yeah, I'm going to keep Freeman as a wing back. So Harriel goes into the back three.
Yeah, he's played in the back three. Remember Jim Curtin? Yeah, he but he played in the left side too for him in the back three. By the way, Blackman connected 59 of his 62 passes tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so a little bit, and he won.
He looked a little nervous, and rightfully so, in his first ever cap against a very good South Korea team. So, oof. All right. All right. So there is. Well, the chat's popping off. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But there's one comment in particular. Say nice things about Pochettino. Let's say some nice things. This is from Matt.
We've been going to. We went to the back three right from the start. We've been talking about it all night. That's Poch's decision.
And
going to a back three.
And whether he really wanted to do it or not, and he went against what he would prefer. We all know 4-2-3-1 that's the formation he feels most comfortable with. So to go against that, to say, you know what, maybe I just have to give it a chance with this national team. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe that's preventing us from getting forward and it working. Like you give him props.
Yeah, you have to give him props. Go on. Man, Japan's all over the place. We're playing like pickup basketball in our box. What a layoff. Oh, man. Diego Luna's good at those little passes. We saw it in the Nations League, right? He had a nice little pass to Ajiman that felt similar. The weight of his passes are excellent. Oh, Freeman now running past people.
But Downs is still such a raw finisher. That's what essentially Balogun tucks that in.
Oh, what a touch by Richards, by the way.
Downs is young. He's still developing. I liked his movement. But it just showed that he's not cultured yet with his finishing.
I feel like we're taking the piss right now, our team, on Japan. You know why? Because it feels nice. This little pass here from Diego Luna is sick. Once he finally comes back. The weight of that pass is so good.
Talk about a layup.
So good. All right. Can we hold on? See it out. Get a clean sheet. Build some confidence on both sides of the ball. That's what we want.
We got Mr. Negative Thomas saying, what are we giving Pochettino props for?
Because he got out of his own way. You're finally playing to the strengths of his team. That's what we're giving him props for. That's not easy to do. Like Chuck said, he played a 4-2-3-1. That's what he always plays. And now he had to acknowledge, at least with this particular group of players, that we're better with a back three with some wing backs that can get forward. And
let me use my team's athleticism, right? Let them get up and down the flanks and give more space in the midfield for Christian to come in and interchange. Yeah,
little things too, like giving Tyler Adams more freedom to go hunt.
Go on, son. That was death, huh?
Yeah. Put himself in a good spot. McGlynn looking for a little bit of that combination play with Damon. Oh, what a read. Oh, foul, ref. Rolled on. What a read. He almost had him.
He was trying to do the push and go around the other side, man.
He did, but he got himself in a great spot to try to win it. Man, we've gotten off a lot of shots. This goalkeeper's had to make a couple excellent saves. Obviously, we got robbed by the crossbar as well. What's happening?
Tones is killing me.
Tones on mute?
Yeah.
No, who said I'm on mute?
I got him.
But Tones is killing me. Whew.
All right, let's close this thing out. I only care about a clean sheet from here. I don't care about the rest.
That's right. Everything's looking a lot better for the U.S. this game.
Yes, look at that, Freeman. Give him nothing.
Who did that? That's not a good giveaway.
Rolled on. I think he's tired as hell.
Let's manage the game. That means keeping some possession to break this pressure would be nice. Couple minutes left here in this one. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on the Gloss of America YouTube channel. Slide over to find the like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. Thursday, we have another show for you coming to you live here, 10 a.m. Eastern, with a very special guest. Very special guest joining us. Let's come up 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, people still can't guess who it is.
They can't guess who it is.
They don't know who's coming.
They don't know who's coming, but it's proper
big
name.
Guest. Big name. Big guest.
Cole says not enough F-bombs for me. That's true. Hey, we're winning. There's nothing to F-bomb about.
He was hoping you'd say, hey, this is some signature shit right here.
Oh, man. Salvador, you have this one? This is my jersey.
Matt Free said, no, I ain't building out of the back.
No, just
I need a clean sheet.
Lump it.
That's it. I'm here for the clean sheet.
Dan says, am I in the tanning booth? No. It's been out coaching. Come on, let's get a clean sheet.
Close this thing out.
Ooh, good play here by Japan. 3 minutes of additional time. Tiempo adicional.
2-0.
Entry says Zlatan. It is not Zlatan. This guest once played in a World Cup final.
I think we gave that one away.
I know, but maybe for the people that didn't hear that one.
All right. This guest played in World Cup final. This guest also, I got this one.
Okay.
This guest has played with Messi, right? We said that.
That's right. That's right.
This guest has also played in the Bundesliga.
He won the Champions League as well. Yes or no? Did he win the Champions League? I don't know if he did or didn't. This is a game-worn jersey. Yes, I even have.
This is no, guys, and this is not a network friend or someone who's connected to the network or someone who works for the network. So
no, it's outside of the network.
It's not Thierry Henry.
Gretchen says Luka Modric.
Has Luka played with Messi?
Played with Luka Modric, right? Played with Modric.
Oh, now you're going a little bit.
That's a game away, a big clue.
Now that's a massive.
What do you mean?
That's a big clue. That's a big clue. That's a big clue.
All right.
Yeah,
that's a big clue.
He'll be joining us on Thursday. We're excited.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We're excited. Chuck, did you played with him, right?
No, I never played with him.
I thought you played with him. I thought you guys crossed paths somewhere.
Nope.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Oh, Ronaldinho, Maradona,
Zidane, Zlatan,
Mueller, Mascherano.
Samuel Eto'o. It's not Thomas Mueller.
It's not Ibra. It's not Ibra.
Tony Cruz.
Man, this guy's played with Messi. This guy's played with Luka Modric.
Luis
Suarez. Guy has been in the World Cup final.
I like it.
Corey, you have a Charles Davis shirt? Sick. Mascherano. John O'Brien. John O'Brien's elusive these days. It's hard to get him to do any media.
Frazier, you're on to something. You're on to something.
What did Frazier say? Did he give a chance? He get close?
We got a couple that are guessing, a couple that are hitting the nail on the head. That's all I'm saying.
Ted Lasso would be a nice get.
Yeah. Where's Ted? You send Ted.
Jimmy, I thought you were.
I did.
I
was texting. I was texting with the guys today about the U.S. game.
They can't make an appearance here or what?
Yeah. What's up with Teddy? Come on.
I don't know. I could ask.
You haven't asked already? I'm guessing you could ask.
I have. No, I don't know if I've asked before. Actually.
Yeah. Now put in the ask. Let's go.
All right. I'll put in the ask.
All right. There we go.
Time. 2-0 win. Doing it on both sides of the ball. Scoring great goals. Making great saves.
Well done.
You love to see it. Zendejas in the first half. Balogun in the second half. Hey, that's what we wanted. That's what we needed. That's what we got. Go on, U.S. men's national team. All right. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we're going to get into our post-game show. So keep it right here.
Keep it right here.
Right here. Welcome back. Well, I should say welcome in to your favorite Average to Good podcast. We are doing a recap of the U.S.'s big 2-0 win over Japan. Come on, boys. I'm Jimmy Conrad alongside Charlie Davies and Tony Meola, and we are thrilled. 2-0 in favor of the red, white, and blue. Got two great goals from Alex Zendejas in the first half, Flo Balogun in the second half. Didn't give up any goals, so feeling quite confident on both sides. It was a win that we needed to have, that we wanted to have, and now I feel like I got some positive vibes about the team. But it starts, Big Tones, I'm coming to you first. It starts with the starting 11 and us going to a back three, a change in formation. We had Ream on the left side, Richards in the middle, and Tristan Blackman. That was our back three. And then we had wing backs. We had Alex Freeman, who I thought was excellent getting up and down the sideline on the right, and Max Arfson on the left. And for me, that was a really big and pivotal moment to start this game. We saw it at the end of the South Korea game. We got it here at the start, and I thought it paid big dividends. Your thoughts, Big Tones? Because you and me have been championing the back three forever.
First off, credit to Poach, right? He made the change. He saw something in the last 30 minutes. Whether it was South Korea making changes or whether he just thought that they played better, excuse me, there was enough in there for him. And I credit him for doing it because we haven't seen it from him, right? We've spoken about it. He talked about it actually in his second press conference, if I'm not mistaken, about potentially playing with three in the back. But then, it was dead in the water, and he gets a sniff against South Korea, sees some things that he likes. It fits the personnel. Is it a 3-4-2-1 in the end? Is it a 3-4? Is it a 3-5-2 in the end? Who knows what it's going to look like? But I love the flexibility. You can always drop into 5. Got good performances in the middle of the field from Tyler. He looked unleashed a little bit tonight, right, where he can go hunt things down. Roldan was good. Just a really positive night. And I think this team really needed this just to end the camp on a good note, right? End it in a positive way. Then you can look forward to, right? We talk about it. It's all ideas that the manager gives you, but you need proof of concept, right? And tonight it worked. So
it worked.
I imagine we come into October and we're clamoring for the same thing.
Back
three in the back.
Imagine if he went to a back four, Chuck, it just wouldn't feel the same. We're not getting the same vibes with the back four. Back three, we're cooking. We are cooking, Chuck. Your thoughts?
We are cooking. Balogun is the number 9.
Here we go.
Now, I don't want to rule out Ricardo Pepi from having a say in this position, right? But what we can say right now is Balogun, at the moment, it is unquestioned. He is the striker starting for the U.S. Men's National Team if the World Cup were to start today. He is the guy. He is the player. Now, we all know injuries can happen. He's been injury prone. We know form could happen, but I like where he's at with his club team. I think he's got a great situation at Monaco right now. They're going to trust in him to be up top with Biarritz. So I think that coinciding with this performance to build that trust with Mauricio Pochettino, to have the relationship with Christian Pulisic, I think that really puts the attacking half in a good spot for this U.S. Men's National Team. When those two are clicking, I think Christian had a great game. He didn't score, but he was active. He was involved.
Influential.
And when he gets in those 1v1 spaces and he's making those runs in behind, he made some runs to stretch where he was on the end of some long balls. It makes a massive difference with this team. You can see that. And it was all with the formation. Like Tony said, you got to give props to Pochettino for finally realizing I got to change something because it's something's broken. Something's not working. And all of a sudden he gave more space in the midfield. The two players had to do a lot more work, and Roldan and Tyler Adams, but they can handle that. And it gave more space for Zendejas and Christian to get in between the lines and be options. So I think from an attacking standpoint, when Christian, Zendejas, who had a phenomenal game, and I don't think anyone expected him to play as well as he did, and that goal was top class. And Balogun, when you have 3 attacking players who are involved, having an impact, it opens up the game so much. I love the unpredictability that this formation gave these players. It wasn't copy, paste, black and white, pragmatic. It was, hey, we have a lot of freedom to move around and find space and get forward and try and play forward. The emphasis was obviously to get forward. So really happy with this performance. But again, we're not saying they beat Spain or France with Lamine Yamal or a France team that's lower with Mbappe and Dembele and all these guys. The reality is it was a Japan team that was giving guys an opportunity. This wasn't their best team, but it's still a quality win. They still had quality players, and it's a step in the right direction. I think that's the most important thing here.
Yeah, I think what we were clamoring for was progress. We wanted to see a little something on both sides of the ball that gave us some hope that we are heading in the right direction. And I think we got that tonight. Mission accomplished for Mauricio Pochettino. So shout out to him for getting away from a formation that he loves in the 4-2-3-1 and going into something that fits our talent pool a little bit better. We'll see if that continues in the next window. Now, I want to give a shout out to everybody supporting us on the Golasso Network, Golasso America YouTube channel, your podcast platform of choice. We really appreciate you listening and watching, and we're excited for the future. And it's nice to have some positive vibes and to talk about a win instead of a loss. We have a special guest at the Athletics. Paul Tenorio is joining us live from lower.com, the field, the stadium here in Columbus. You're there. Paul, give us inside scoop. Vibes must be high. We're feeling
champagne.
Good.
Where's the champagne? Paulie, where's the music?
You get extra nachos?
I don't have any champagne, but not yet. Not yet. The champagne will happen. I will say this. It is about the positive vibes. Like after kickoff, after the final whistle, 5 minutes later, 7 minutes later, I look over to the fans, and the entire U.S. team is in the box watching the fans sing and applaud them, and they're applauding. They're standing there. They're just soaking it all in. And I think that speaks to the fact that this team, this program needed some kind of positivity that, beyond whatever you want to try to take away from the Gold Cup and what that team did. Like, I think that this group with these players needed some kind of reinforcement that this was headed somewhere approaching positive, right? Like, I think Mauricio Pochettino needed that. Certainly he's been asking, believe. And ultimately, like, it's blind belief until you start to see progress. Yes, it was a B team. Yes, it wasn't a perfect performance. They gave up a few good opportunities in the first half, but it was much better than what we've seen. I thought maybe one of the more solid performances top to bottom from this team in a while. And then you get the positivity. You're in front of a pro-US crowd. They're singing to you. They're applauding you. Stood up, standing ovation for Christian Pulisic when he got subbed off right after the assist. He puts his hands above his head and applauds them. That's kind of, I think, a little bit healing for this team right now. We'll see if it can carry into October. But I think it was like right now after Pochettino's press conference and everything around this group, I think this win could go a long way. I think it can create some momentum.
Paul, we always do this thing after these games, right? Whose stock went up, whose stock went down. I can't think of anyone's stock who went down tonight with this performance. Who maybe on the other side stock went up the most for you?
Balogun. I think Balogun. We got to remember, this is Balogun's first time playing for Pochettino. This is his first time seeing what this team could look like with him up top. And I think out of everyone we've seen play up top for the U.S., he's been the best option by far. He's added the most to the attack by far. So, I think going into this window, Patrick Agyemang was the number one in Pochettino's mind. I don't think he was sold on Josh Sargent. He gave Sargent the first start, and Balogun did more in 30 minutes against South Korea than Josh had done in an hour to start that game. And then he reinforces it tonight with his ability to combine and create, to be dangerous, and then to score a goal. Just such a strong goal, by the way. His ability to hold off the defender, finish to the far post. I think he probably helped himself the most of any player. And I would also say, I think Christian Roldan, a guy who was a late call-up to this team, is going to be back in October. So for that type of player, kind of on the fringes and the depth of the squad, I think we'll see Roldan back in this team next month because of the stability he brought in midfield today too. Whereas, somebody like a Max Arfston, who I think helped himself, he was already going to be there, right? He's been the left back, without Anthony Robinson there. I don't think that was going to be impacted. I think Balogun number one for me, Roldan probably number two, as far as guys who coming out of this camp are going to be different in Mauricio's mind than they were before.
The Zendejas erasure here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, that's a big miss for me. Zendejas too, but I still think Zendejas is going to need another performance. I really do. I think that he's a guy who I'm very interested to see how Pochettino thinks of Zendejas, where he wants to play him, especially if we're going to see this formation stick. Does he see him as a better fit than Tim Weah playing on that opposite wing? Does he look for a guy like, when Malik Tillman's back in, Tillman's probably the starter there. So, how many guys does he carry in that position? Does he keep Zendejas, or does that position go to Tillman and Weston McKennie? Does that push a guy like Zendejas out of the rotation because that spot's a little bit different? Does Luna stay in? So I'm interested to see what happens with Zendejas in October.
So, Paul, to build off of that, right? You were talking about the next set of friendlies, Ecuador and Australia, 2 quality opponents again. Knowing that Pochettino said he's done with experimenting, do you think that now, from this point on, this is the formation he's sticking with? Because and every time he's gone in, it's been a 4-2-3-1, and it's been piss poor, to be real, except for the Jamaica game where they came to life for a little bit. So in saying that, Ante Robinson, Cardoso, McKinney, Musa, Tessman, Tillman, and Pepe are not here. Do we expect them all to be here in October? And who would not be here if those guys were to come in?
I don't expect all of them to be here.
Okay.
I don't expect all of them to be here. I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like Tessman gets left out. I think that we will see Weston McKennie back. I think we will see. I'm interested to see if Yunus Musa's back. I think Musa will be playing at Atalanta. I think that gets him back into the mix a little bit, but I could see him being left off again. Like I said, I think Christian Roldan made an impression, and Mauricio Pochettino might reward him for that. That's kind of been how he functions. I think we'll see Anthony Robinson back in. I think we'll probably see maybe a guy like Nathan Harriel drop off of the team because you think you have depth now with Serginho Dest, who can play on the right or can play on the left.
Ajiman is also back, right?
I think Ajiman will be back. I could see Josh Sargent being out of the picture. I think Johnny Cardoso comes in. I could see somebody like a Sebastian Berhalter, Luca De La Torre being left out. Like I said before, Zendejas gets a goal tonight, plays well. Is it between him and Diego Luna for a spot if you're bringing McKennie back and you're bringing Tillman back in? It's got to give somewhere there, right? So,
forgot about Reyna too, Paulie.
Gio, don't talk to me about Gio till you see the guy get on the field. Until the guy's on the field playing minutes, like he's not even in the conversation.
You're not going to see him until he gets on the field either. Right?
Yeah, right.
With this,
and I think you need.
And we shouldn't.
Yeah, but he's gonna see the field between now and October.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm kind of in believe it till I won't believe it till I see it mode with that. And the same goes, by the way, with what you talked about with experimentation. Like, I don't think that Mauricio Pochettino has identified his core yet, right? Like, I think we're going to see him work some names back in, and we're going to get closer to his guys. But at this point, it's like, okay, the way he talked about March, Nations League, you remember he was like, you remember March, is what he said in the press conference? Like, hey, guys, like, he clearly still remembers it, right? So, did this work to motivate some of those guys, like a Weston McKennie, like a Yunus Musa, like a Tanner Tessman? We won't know the answer to that till they're back in.
Well, you had to win though and play well to actually motivate them.
That's what I'm saying, right?
If you lose those games and play poorly, Weston's just like, these guys need me.
Yeah,
right. He's sitting at home going, all right, call me when you want to win.
Call me when you want to win. But when you win, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, actually, now they're starting to see me as surplus goods. Now they're going to maybe rely on other players, and that changes.
Yeah, you got to bring him in though. You got to bring him in and see is there a response? Is there a response? Right. Otherwise, what's the point? You will never know. I feel the same way about Tanner Tessman, right? Like Tanner Tessman was there in March. Maybe you don't trust him as much. He didn't have a great game. No one played great in March. So if you want to see, does Tanner Tessman want to win that job back over Sebastian Berhalter, over Luca De La Torre? We won't know until you bring him back in.
Right.
And that's where I think October is really important. I think we will see more of those names back, especially guys like Tillman, Cardoso, Robinson, who were left off to give them a little bit more time to get healthy or to get oriented with their club. Those guys are coming back. Right. The next question down is the guys like Weston and Yunus and Tessman, that are going to be brought in and back in and say, hey, can you perform? And by the way, Weston's got to play.
Right.
Weston's got to play because Pochettino said on Monday, yesterday, he said, if you're not playing, you're not coming in, basically. That's basically what his message was.
Yeah.
But did we have Turner on that list?
Turner was on the list.
He was on the list.
Turner's another one, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a I think we'll see him back in though.
Okay, so Paul, I think the big question from me as a center back is, okay, this back three experiment worked. We've been clamoring for it for a while, and okay, now what? We got Ream, we got Richards, we had Blackman that played there. McKenzie didn't get called into this, so is he even being considered anymore? CCV and Austin Trusty don't ever get called in. Miles Robinson has been in and out, whether it's due to injuries. Walker Zimmerman was in for a little bit. Now he's out. Who are going to be, if we're going to do this, we're going to need not only our 3 starters, which I don't think is clear yet, but we're also going to need some depth in those positions. What are you thinking about that side of the ball?
I mean, it's funny how it works, isn't it? Like, you have 2 center backs that you like and trust, but you want to play a back 3 with 3 center backs. It's a problem because he clearly hasn't really found his guys he trusts beyond those 2. And so while it maybe does accentuate the strengths of your wing backs, and I think it will help with Anthony Robinson and Serginho Dest, I think they can plug right in.
Yeah.
You have to find, you're right, not just a 3rd guy you trust, but a 4th guy that you trust as well, and probably a 5th, right? It changes the dynamics of the roster. Maybe you think we could play in a pinch if someone got hurt. Anthony Robinson could slide over to left center back or something like that. Maybe they'd risk just bringing 4. I don't know, but I agree. I mean, I think that is the position battle. Goalkeeper and center back that is still wide open going into October.
I think freeze right now. Freeze for me right now. I don't think it's the door. Sorry, Charlie. I think the door shut a little bit this camp.
Is Joe Scally, you think, in contention here for a right center back spot in the back?
I think he could do the job.
Another guy who falls into that category with Tessman and McKennie and Musa. You got to bring him back in and see did he take on the message. But now he becomes more attractive because he can play at left back, he can play at right back, and he can play at center back in a pinch. Yeah. And so we're going to have to start talking about some of these players who can play midfield and who can drop into center back roles. Tanner Tessman. Maybe Tanner Tessman's value goes up because he can play in a back 3.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how Pochettino now has to think about it.
Mark McKenzie plays in a back 3 in Liga.
Right? I know. He plays on the left side as well. Yeah, interesting times. Paul Tenorio, everybody from The Athletic. We appreciate you, Paul. Go get into the press conference. Hopefully some good vibes, some Mauricio Pochettino. He's earned those good vibes. Let's get the vibes going. Let's believe. No more blindly believing.
We went from 0 to 100.
0 to 100.
That's right. Positive vibes. If I don't see some clips of Charlie popping champagne when I'm gone, I'm going to be upset, okay? Bring out the champagne.
Appreciate you, Paul. Thanks for coming on. As always, you can catch Paul and all of his great articles on The Athletic. And that was a lot of fun. He's there. He's enjoying it. And it's nice to have some positivity. But this back 3 conundrum still makes me a little bit concerned. I think Scally can play in the back 3 for sure.
Yeah, but I know he can play there, right?
I know. You want your best guys playing in your best spot.
Why are we moving guys into that?
No, I hear you. I'm just saying.
We got to put center backs in that spot.
Yeah, sure. You got Mark McKenzie, right? You have Mark McKenzie should definitely be
Pochettino doesn't trust him.
Yeah, that's a problem. It seems like he doesn't trust a lot of the center backs, which is a problem. Right. So, all right, we're going to take our first break and call what you want. When we come back, we're going to break down more of the game because we're excited to do so. We got a 2-0 win, baby. So don't go anywhere. Hi, hello, and welcome to your favorite Average Good podcast. Call what you want. I'm Jimmy Trash Can Conrad alongside Charlie Check Chasing.
You can't get it right ever. What can't you get it right? Ever. You always
Can you write it down?
Chasing Chuck Wagon.
Make it up,
and,
whatever.
You know what? And Big Tones. Big Tones.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, it feels like right now.
You know what? It's been an emotional day, and I'm excited. I'm surfing and riding the wave of positive vibes. Okay, so one of my favorite parts about this game, and we talked about this before, is that if you're going to win any game of consequence, a friendly, a World Cup game, whatever, you need the majority of your players performing a 7 or 8 out of 10. And I think we got that tonight. What I think is interesting is that, yes, we switched to a formation, but the guys didn't even train yesterday. So they just talked about playing in this formation. That makes it even more impressive and makes it make even more sense that they felt so comfortable once the game got going. And I love that. And so who's your man of the match? Who did we decide on for man of the match? Because I feel like there's a couple contenders here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Balogun as man of the match.
Balogun.
Yeah.
He snatched it from Alex Zendejas at the last second.
Yeah, that's who I'm giving man of the match to. I thought he was just look in the first half. He had 17 touches, 7 in the box, but 9 for 9 for passes. He for a striker, sometimes when you're not as involved in the games and all of a sudden the ball comes, you got to hold it up and then you got to connect. He made sure he connected every single pass. His hold-up play was fantastic. His starting positions, he was finding the half spaces, good runs. He constantly made runs, even when he didn't get the ball, creating space for Christian, for Zendejas, and then he gets the goal on top of that. Top performance for me. So I'm gonna, again, I don't know if there's a wrong answer in this, Tony and Jimmy. If you guys had, if you picked, Zendejas, if you picked
Freeze, Matt Freeze could be in the. He made
Matt
some
Freeze,
saves.
but
Made some really good saves.
Yeah,
he had one difficult save. The rest of them are pretty
right at him.
Yeah, saves you got to make.
Okay.
I wouldn't put for me. I wouldn't put Freeze in man of the match for that performance because I think that's the one. The free save, the cross that comes in and misses the guy, right? And he has to go down to his right at 0-0 to make the play. I'm pretty sure it was 0-0 at the time.
Yeah, I think it was offside anyway, though.
It was.
Oh, it was. You're right. But I don't want to take anything away from him. I think there's a man of the match for Freeze somewhere down the road, like where he really gets man of the match, right? Like he's gonna have to stand on his head. Chuck, I'm splitting hairs between Zendejas and Balogun. So because you picked Balogun, I think Zendejas. I'll go with.
I thought you were gonna go because I picked Balogun. I'm gonna pick Balogun too.
I'll say Zendejas as well.
Just to give him his love. Just to give him his love. Yeah.
His opportunity. We mentioned this, or I don't know. I have it on the sign behind me for those that can read it. Sink or swim time. And I feel like because this was noted by Mauricio Pochettino that this was going to be the last experiment of a window for the group, the player pool, some guys had to step up and take their opportunity. And to do it with that type of goal, a volley with your left foot. And I just thought he was busy and active, and you got a yellow card, so a little spice to him too, a little bite, which I appreciate. I just thought he did a lot of the little things too that made the game easier for his teammates and for the team overall. And Tones, you brought it up a few times during our watch along that he's very good in tight spaces, right? Got good feet, good technique, and that helps. And
he's comfortable, right? He's comfortable on the ball. Yeah. And you can see his teammates are not afraid to play him in tight spaces too, right? So that's also a massive positive.
That's right. Yeah. And actually, speaking of Alex Zendejas, his club, Club America, is taking on Chivas this weekend. It's going to be streaming free on the Golazo Network. This is the Super Clásico in Mexico. Two of the most successful teams in Mexican history. That'll be Saturday at 11:15 p.m. Eastern.
In Estadio Azteca?
Yes, Estadio Azteca. That's correct, Chuck. Nice job. You scored a goal there once. See. Absolutely. Love it. So I got a good question here. This is from Rose. Appreciate you, Rose, for hanging out with us today and everybody else that's in the chat. Was tonight's performance better because the starting 11 players were better, or was it the formation change that made the players look good? I asked because Pochettino did no favors to the game one players, if that's the case. Charles Davis, what do you say?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go first. The formation, which is why we've been so critical with Pochettino, is because there hasn't been, he talked about experimenting, but there hasn't been real experimentation in terms of a system. And so for me, if things haven't been to your liking and the way that they attack and transition and using width and creating more space, then you need to try a different formation. So finally, after so many wrongs,
a year,
year, and it wasn't all wrongs, but the majority, right? Let's say 85%, 90% wrong, not going well, that he finally said, you know what? We're going to go back three. We're going to use wing backs. And it's worked because it's freed up the attacking players to have more space. And not only that, the wingers tuck inside.
Yeah, right.
So when you have two wingers tuck inside, now that triangle that you have with Zendejas, Christian, and Balogun, there are more opportunities to find one another and to have more space when you do receive the ball. So for me, that's why we're talking about the formation change has opened things up. Now you could say, well, would it have been the same against South Korea? We'll never know. If that
well, we got 30 minutes of it at the end, right? And
right.
At that point, South Korea dropped off.
Well, it's already 2-0. The game's over.
Yeah, the game's a little bit different. But we did get a little piece of evidence, which apparently was enough for Mauricio Pochettino to start the game in a back three, which we were thrilled with. Yeah. And obviously it paid off. And so it's nice. I think another element, too, is that you put Max Arston in his more natural position and you put Alex Freeman in his more natural position. And those guys looked 1,000% more comfortable with how they were supposed to move on the field. And that alone gives them more confidence, and that confidence permeates everybody else. And yeah, this was a lot of good vibes around this formation change. Now, Tones, I'm sure you've been in a position
Jimmy, let me
before.
just stay there real quick on that one.
Let's stay here.
Yeah, just because I wrote down there were 4 guys I thought that benefited from the being in this formation. You mentioned 2 of them, Freeman and Arston. I think Tristan Blackman benefited from this, a little bit more security, right, next to him. And I think Zendejas, because I don't think Zendejas is a winger, right, where people want to put him. He plays more, but it allows him to kind of float into space. So there were 4 guys I thought, like Ream, Richards. I don't think the formation changed their game all that much, right? Adams and Christian Roldan, they still had basically the same role, right? 2 in front of the backs. And Christian roams a little bit too. Balogun was playing by himself up top. So I think those 4 guys benefited from the formation. So to answer that first question, I don't know where you were going next. I would say with Chuck, formation as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's unanimous that the formation made a big difference, and long may that continue. My question that I was going to follow up with was that, and Chuck, you brought this up earlier when Paul Tenorio was on, is that Pochettino has been married to the 4-2-3-1 formation for a long time. And given your coaching experience, Tones, how hard is it as a manager or as a coach when you know that something might be better, but you're so in love with a particular formation that you're just going to make the guys kind of fit what you love as opposed to maybe meeting the players where they are. And I feel like we got evidence of that tonight. And I'm curious to see if that continues in the next window, because we're all going to be clamoring for it. If he goes to a back 4, if I see a lineup in the October window and he goes back to a back 4 against Ecuador, I'm going to be so disappointed. But in terms of like being stubborn as a coach, I'm not to say that he isn't. I mean, he clearly had some flexibility and allowed this to happen. So I want to give him his flowers. But it seemed like it took him a little while to get there when we were asking for it months ago.
Yeah, but you touched on it, right? Like a manager feels comfortable one way, and this is what he wants to do. And we always say, like, the greatest managers, they take their players and then they build a formation. But guys have been doing it for a long time, right? And who hasn't played? Which one of these guys hasn't played in a 4-2-3-1 in their life? So you just think, and a 4-3-3, it's what everybody grows up playing with. Not everyone grows up playing or plays at their club at all with 3 in the back and wing backs, right? It's the one formation that not everybody plays. The other ones, everybody has played before. Mm-hmm. But I almost feel in a lot of ways, and I'm not trying to discredit him, Pochettino, at all with this, but I feel like we stumbled into this in the Korea game. Like, okay, we made a couple changes, so it made more sense just to go with 3 in the back, throw some guys, and we learned something.
We're down 2 goals too, right? So
right. So you inherently will go there with it. Right. But either way, I think we've all kind of seen the qualities. And again, we're talking about qualities. Now you're going to add Freeman into the conversation with Des. Not that he's taking Des' position, that we have another wingback. You're going to add Arfston into the conversation with Anthony Robinson. Not by any means that he's better than Anthony Robinson, just that we have another guy to play that position, because I still think with 3 in the back, I don't know how you guys feel, good wingbacks, like I think of like Inter Milan had 4 wingbacks right on their roster, right? And they can play that way. I think it's the hardest spot the hardest 2 positions to find true wingbacks in the game. I feel like you're always converting guys. You're always converting a forward into that position, right? These guys are all true wingbacks.
Yeah, you got to think of the athleticism part, because to be a real effective wingback, you got to get up and down, and you got to do it quickly. And think about guys like Denzel Dumfries and Hakimi. These are guys who have incredible engines. Yeah. Like they can go all Nuno Mendes.
Nuno Mendes is unbelievable.
You just think about these guys who go up and down and nonstop the whole game. Well, that's always kind of been our strength. We've always had athletes. And when you throw Freeman in, a young player who clearly has a really high potential, I love seeing that from him. I'm also curious, maybe Weston McKennie could be that right center back, because we've seen Weston play all different positions. If you had a choice between Tristan Blackman, Weston McKennie, or Joe Scally playing in that position, if those were your 3 choices, who would you pick in a World Cup starting today?
I'm not seeing McKennie in that position. You're just talking like where Blackman played tonight.
Yeah,
in that position.
Yeah, he wouldn't put McKennie there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him in that.
Who would you feel more confident with at this stage if Weston is not one of the 2 central midfielders?
That's a great question.
Who's my other option? Blackman.
Let's go down the line. So you got
Blackman, McKenzie for sure. I'd feel more comfortable.
You got Scally. McKenzie.
Scally, I would feel more.
Or Blackman or McKennie in that right center back position. Knowing that McKennie can play, he's played right wing back, he's played left back.
You need a proper center back in that spot, with all due respect to Weston, who I know is a jack of all trades.
Well, Weston's not even playing now, so it's not even a real conversation. But if Weston was playing every single game at Juve, and that's again because he's not playing right now, I think that's the one position you say.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Is Tristan the answer? Come 8 months from now, is this one of those projects that he's going to build them up, similar to how Matt Freese is right now, and Matt Freese has responded? I also want to make sure that we give credit to Max Arfsson, because Max Arfsson has had he had a good game against South Korea for Max Arfsson, and this he parlayed into his best game in the U.S. men's national team shirt. The U.S., when we had more possession, he's in a comfortable wing back spot where he plays every week with the Columbus Crew. There's a big difference. You could see he wasn't afraid to attack, and he got in those attacking positions because
he had 3 center backs behind him. Yeah, he had cover. Exactly right, which makes a big difference. I using what we've been talking about as the framework for what I'm about to say, I thought we did a good job tonight of putting players in their best position, and you can't. I don't know if you can put a Scally or a Weston in that back. Like, you got to have 3 center backs in the center back position, and you got to make the game as simple for them as possible. Yes, obviously, if they can make line breaking passes, great. But ultimately, they're out there to do a job, and that's just to make it as frustrating as possible for the opponent. Being good leaders, putting guys in good spots to make plays, blocking passing lanes, all that type of stuff. If we do that and find some 3 guys that can do that and find some depth that can help us, yeah, sure, maybe in a pinch you could have Scally or Weston, whoever, Anthony Robinson can drop in. But ultimately, we need to find center backs to play those 3 spots. And we'll see. Lots of questions, lots of good questions. And I'm curious to see what the answers are going to look like in October. All right, we're going to take our last break. Call what you want when we come back. More of the good stuff, or more of the average to good stuff. Sorry, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back in to Call What You Want. We're on the stretch run. I'm Jimmy alongside Charles Davis and Tony Meola. It's great to be with you as always, especially after a big win for the U.S. men's national team to send us into Positiveville heading into the next window, which should be an interesting one. Now, before we get into this area that I look at signature win status, as it were, we had a great conversation about it during the watch along. We want to bring it back up for the podcast itself. But I do want to discuss two countries that we're sharing this World Cup hosting responsibility with. Canada had two games in this window. They beat Romania 3-0 and beat Wales today 1-0. Both games in Europe. Jesse Marsh, Canadian men's national team doing the business. And then Mexico tied Japan 0-0. And then are currently up 1-0 on South Korea. And it's now South Korea made some changes. But what are we saying about our co-hosts getting some results in this window? Tones, I'll come to you. What are we saying? Like, congratulations, or God damn it?
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, all the best.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, nothing bad. I wouldn't say anything bad.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't. They are. I'll be honest. I just follow their results. I see the highlights, but I'm worried. We're headed to the World Cup, and I'm worried about one team. If I'm being completely honest, I'm worried about seeing this team, and that doesn't mean
Canada,
I don't follow.
Tony? That's Canada.
No, it's not. No, it's. I'm no, seriously. I mean, like, look, I don't want to see. Well, it's Mexico. I'm okay with Canada doing what they're doing. Mexico, I don't really care. You guys know that. But yeah, I think our region is tougher than people think with the top 3 or 4 teams. And when I add Panama in it's not an easy region anymore. So yeah, look, I think it's kind of hindered us in a little bit, in a little way, right? Because we haven't been able to get these friendlies like a Japan, like a South Korea in these moments. I mean, let's face it, over the years, we've been playing Panama and Canada and Mexico. I don't mean any disrespect. Like, you got to see some other faces at some time.
Yeah.
I don't mean any disrespect. I'm disrespecting the hell out of you.
I guess.
I'm done with seeing these CONCACAF opponents.
Yeah, but also they're done with seeing the U.S. too.
Yeah.
Like, they want to see somebody else. But the way FIFA set this schedule up is you can't get. It's really Europe and Nations League. I think this is the only window you can really get anything. And then when you have what's going on in South America in CONMEBOL qualifying, you can't play any of those teams until World Cup qualifying's over, because that's so long. So these games are important, man. They're really, really important when we're not seeing the same faces and jerseys all the time.
I'm just hyped that we got Portugal. If you're telling me we're playing Portugal in March, that's a massive get. Cristiano Ronaldo coming to Atlanta to the Benz.
Yeah,
we better. Hey, Dens, Nastri, we better be there.
We got our next 4 opponents, though, are going to be solid and are outside of the opponents that you were mentioning, Big Tone. So we have Ecuador, Australia, Paraguay,
These are perfect.
and Uruguay. They're perfect.
Perfect.
So I guess one of the questions that we had during the watch along, to bring everybody back and to give some context here, was, because we beat Japan, would we consider this a signature win? Japan are currently 17 in the world rankings.
It's a friendly.
It's a friendly. So no. We all said yes, but we wanted to have this conversation because for me, the only friendly that I thought maybe could be in, if you went to Spain and Spain had rolled out all their top players and you're there in their country and you go on and like, you kick their ass, but again, that would feel like a signature win. That would feel like a signature.
Signature?
I mean,
what we talked about earlier, right? We can look back at this performance and go, Pochettino changed his mind. That's why this game is a significant game. It's a significant win.
Okay,
but it's not
a turning point type.
Yeah, it's not a signature win. And on top of that, Japan didn't come out full strength. So it's not.
That has to be taken into consideration for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me say this. I think what's interesting about the rhetoric sometimes from us as well, we're all included in this, is okay. Yeah, it's Japan's B team, but when we can't beat Honduras, or where we struggle with Guatemala, we can't beat Panama, people are like, we can't even beat Panama. And so if we lost to Japan's B team, that the house would have been on fire, but so that the same reasoning wouldn't have been the same. We're not giving the same respect. Like, okay, we didn't play our top team against South Korea, and we were pissed about it, but mainly because of the little details. Like, we didn't really see any progress, and we're a little frustrated with what we're seeing. And I felt like an accumulation of emotion was stirred up in me, and then some of the comments that Pochettino was making got me going. But after this game, it's okay. Yeah, we beat their B team. But if we had lost, it would have been absolutely
chaos.
So, and because it's just Japan's B team. So I feel like there's got to be a little bit more balance in how we're evaluating ultimately. And I'm speaking for the general, me included, but also it's hard not to get caught up in the emotion of it.
But isn't it a job like just a job done game? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we did what we're supposed to do in this game.
Right.
Okay. You got a lesser team. We had a couple of our 18 players, and maybe the new formation changes it a little bit, that you could have seen some holes in it because we haven't really worked on it. But for me, this game is just okay. Job well done. That's it. You do your job tonight, right?
I think it's a little bit more than job well done because of how they've been performing under Pochettino. So yes, the players were under pressure, but I think from us, the reason why it might seem like we're overreacting for these friendlies, and it started with the Nations League, because that was the first time we said, okay, now you're playing for something, and it was a big failure, is because we haven't seen any type of impact from Pochettino in terms of tinkering. And if you're this world-renowned coach, show us that there's some sort of progress, that there's some – if you're talking about experimentation – I'm not talking about bringing in 100 different players. That's not experimentation for me.
Right.
Your homework should be watching video. So you don't need to bring 100 players in to see them. You might have to bring 1 or 2, but for the most part, I want to see different formations, a high line. We're playing in a 3-5-2, a 3-4-3, a 4-4-2. That's experimentation, because you're doing not only different formations in and out of possession, but the urgency and the tactics and the free flowing. Now I'm saying, okay, now I'm seeing some real experimentation. Now I'm seeing some sort of impact, but we've seen zero growth over the entire time that Pochettino was in charge from Nations League up until this point. So that's where we're saying, hey, job well done, because now we have some progress.
That's something to build off of. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jimmy, remember I said the other night, I said, tell me how the U.S. was trying to play, right? We couldn't come up with a real answer. Tonight, even if they lost the game, it was, let's just say it was 2-2 in the end. They drew. You could at least define tonight what the U.S. was trying to do.
Progress.
The definition with the ball and a definition without the ball. Right. And maybe some wrinkles in all of that. Like if someone told you, we went back to coaching course, right? They said, okay, you 4 guys go, you guys have done it. Right. So you guys go watch the 45 minutes of this game and go sit in that table and write down the 3 things that they're doing with the ball and the 3 things they're doing without the ball. Right. It's an exercise we all do at the coaching schools. That South Korea game would have been really difficult from the U.S. standpoint to do that. Like tonight, there was a real idea of what Pochettino was trying to do. And that's in the end all you can really ask, right? Here's some ideas. This is what they're going to look like. That doesn't mean you're going to win, but you go try and do this. And tonight, I think we got some answers to those questions.
I think there was a freshness to it, too. The players look like they were excited to maybe try something different as well. Or from a Freeman and Arfston perspective, hey, I'm playing in my best position. Well, let's go, and you could just feel a little bit of energy, even right from the get-go. There was a really sequence from maybe 10 seconds in, 5-6 passes down the sideline. It didn't lead to anything, but I'm like, okay, all right, this feels pretty good. And then from that point on, it never felt like we were suffering at any point in the game. The South Korea game, I felt we were suffering. They were moving us around. We didn't have, things weren't working, and we couldn't solve the problems. And in this game, if something did break down, it felt like we were rectifying things a little bit easier. Now, again, we gave up a couple chances in the first half that we do need to address. Matt Freese made a couple good saves or was in the right place to make the good saves that could have gone another direction, and obviously changes the narrative a little bit. But overall, it just felt like we were in control of the game on both sides of the ball, and that's really promising. That's progress. And so I'm very curious to see what the October window looks like with players he wants to call back from this particular camp and over the summer, and then also the ones that are still Tillman and McKinney and Musa and Tessman and Cardoso, or those guys, when they come in, where are they going to be fitted in? How are we going to play? So yeah, lots of big questions. I guess what I do want to say is that tomorrow marks 1 year, the 1 year anniversary of Mauricio Pochettino taking over the U.S. men's national team. And now I feel like he can kind of relax a little bit, right? Like something went my way. It finally worked out. What's been interesting for me and been a telltale sign that things aren't going well is I'm getting texts from, and maybe this is happening to you too as well. I'm getting texts from family members who don't really pay attention to the U.S. team until it's World Cup time. And are already like, these guys, why are these guys so bad? Those are the texts I'm getting. I'm like, what are you talking? I mean, so it started to trickle into kind of the casual fan space that the U.S. men's national team is not playing very well right now. And I'm hopeful that this win, even though it's not a signature win, will have, to your point, Chuck, a significant impact on how the players are feeling about the team, how the fans are feeling about the team, how the coaching staff's feeling about the team and the way forward. And hopefully that trickles into the casual fans so we can start to create the positive vibes and momentum that we need heading into next summer. And that's just what I wanted to say. But happy 1 year anniversary to Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, it's a good way to go into your 1 year anniversary with the national team, because now the question is this going to stick from here on out? And if so, he's got to get everyone up to speed on what it looks like when plays break down and what players can he depend on. Because if we're looking at right wing back, you are eliminating Timothy Weah as a winger. He is not someone who can play underneath. He's not a central guy like the way Christians and Dejas played today. That's not you're not playing to his strengths. You would play to where he plays his club football every weekend, which is a right wing back spot or a left wing back spot. That's where he told me back, 2 years ago in Nations League, I see myself as a wing back long term. Because I said, hey, Ben, you never want to play number 9? Just like your pops, just get out there once. You know how to run. You can run the channels. You can take guys one-on-one. You might as well give it. And he's like, I think long term, I should be in those wide areas and playing wing back. I can get up and down. I don't mind defending. I actually like to get back and help the team. So I thought, oh, that's pretty admirable. He knows he has no ego about I want to be the guy to score goals or get on the end of things. So now knowing that, well, you're kind of forcing him to play against Dest in that position. Now you got Freeman who has loads of potential. Is he already there? No. But I mean, he's really taken massive steps forward to put his name in that conversation of at least he's to be there, right? And then the opposite, Anthony Robinson is the guy. But Max Arfson took a massive step forward because from an attacking standpoint, I think he can be up there. I mean, he's got the quality. Now, where he really needs to improve on the international game is defending in that left wing back spot. But he has cover. He has help. The thing is, if it's Tim Ream there, and we're talking about world-class teams, that's when it starts to get iffy because Tim Ream doesn't have the speed to cover some of the most dynamic wingers in world football if you're talking about a left wing back getting exposed. So I think those are some of the things you got to work through. And then obviously Weston McKennie can play in that right wing back spot if he's not one of your two central midfielders as well. So there's a number of guys that can play in that position.
All right. I think it's time to call it a show, everyone, on Call It What You Want. This is a big tease. We have a special guest joining us on Thursday. We're going to be live on the Glosso America YouTube channel.
We might as well just say who it is, right?
You go ahead. Just tell him who it is.
All right. We are having Ivan Rakitic
join
the show.
World Cup finalist with Croatia. Played with Lionel Messi. Unbelievable.
He's with Luka Modric.
Luka Modric.
After World Cup final.
World Cup final.
The guy is absolute class.
Ivan Rakitic. Unbelievable. We're excited to have him on the show. We're going to pepper him with a bunch of questions into his transition from on the field to off of it and all the other things in between. It should be great. Chuck got him on the show. Good get, Chuck. Now it's up to me and Big Tones to try to snag someone just as big, if not bigger. The challenge has been set.
I think I may have had one this year. Just saying.
Oh, Christian Pulisic. That's right. That's the big one. It's just me at this point. It's just me at this point. I got to pick it up. I got some more.
You were thinking about, I think, texting the Ted Lasso in the group from what I heard before. You were thinking about it.
I'll work on getting Jason.
I got you. We're waiting on that. Jimmy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. That's it. We're calling it a show. Thank you for hanging out with us as always. Golazo Network, Golazo America YouTube channel, podcast platform of choice. You guys are the absolute best. Congratulations to the U.S. on the big 2-0 win. Congratulations to Mauricio Pochettino for lasting for a year. And we'll see you guys on Thursday with Ivan Rakitic. Later.